Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to Fantasy Endgame live with you ahead of Week 7, technically during Week 7 because there's NFL action again in Europe, as always. And again, like usual, totally not worth watching. Keep it locked here, far more entertaining. I'm not even kidding, too. This will be different than the other game. It's going to be a blowout already. It looks like the Rams are up big, but you know what? You can keep it on, have it on mute here, listen to us talk about your fantasy teams and answer your questions because that's what we're here for. All right. We're going to answer all your start sit questions, maybe your last second waiver wire questions, trade questions, our favorite, any questions you got about fantasy football because week 7 is officially here. So we're going to be locked in for about 3 hours and we're going to help you win. We're going to do as many questions as possible here. And we're going to start, as always, with injuries because I don't know, I feel like it's a long list. It didn't feel like this was the worst injury week, this last week. We had definitely worse luck in like weeks 2 and 3, but this feels like the longest list for some reason. Am I wrong?
No, this is definitely the longest list. I think, we didn't get hit by injuries very hard. I mean, in this past week, but I think we have a lot of people still injured. Like it's just the accumulation of all the injuries.
That's true. We got some players who are coming back from multi-week injuries. We got some players who just popped up with injuries even during the week, and that seems to be a new trend, right? A fun new trend is getting injured in practice, not just the game. Let's start the players who are out. The new name that just popped up, I was talking about, was Christian Kirk. Wasn't previously even listed as injured, and he's out. He's not playing, and so this could have been a sneaky flex for you, and now it's not. Is it like I know it's not a deep bye week. We only got 2 teams off. Jaden Higgins did score a couple weeks ago. Is that getting too desperate?
Yeah, against the Seahawks, their secondary looks like it's getting a little healthier here. I mean, the direct replacement for Christian Kirk is actually Jalen Noel. So if you were really desperate and Kirk was your only option, and now you're going to the waiver wire, Jalen Noel is probably the guy you want to add.
All right, there you go. And you do know, and it's the game that's underway here for the Rams. Puka Nacua is out, and that was one of the big questions we had all week was who's going to benefit? Is it Tutu Atwell or Jordan Whittington? And of course, so far, the answer is neither. It was who? How do you say his name?
Oh, you're going to make me say the guy who can't pronounce names. You're going to make me say his name. Konata Mumpfield. Is that right? Did I get that right?
Sure. Let's go with it. Mumpfield has scored. This is just a touchdown, but still. Still plenty of time left. But yeah, it looks like without Puka, you still might be looking for a replacement if you didn't go with a Rams receiver. You're also looking for replacements for guys like Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel, both out for the Commanders. And so I know we'll get plenty more questions about Luke McCaffrey. We were expected. Garrett Wilson is still out, might be multi-week injury there. Josh Downs, another name, guy who popped up on the injury report during the week, concussion protocol, not playing. Calvin Ridley is also out. Brock Bowers still out. David Njoku is out, and I'm right there with you, Chris. I'm saying yes to Harold Fannin almost universally this week. We got a lot of Fannin questions. Like, how can you not go with Fannin? The targets he's gotten already, and now with Njoku completely out from the jump, I think it's gotta be a big Fannin game. But let's mix in some updates here on the weather because we're gonna get those questions. What is the Cleveland Miami weather looking like? Is there still tornado warnings and cats and dogs flying through the air?
No, it seems. I mean, okay, I'm not gonna say it looks good. According to the weather guy I follow, who's pretty good here, he says expect winds early game to be around or a bit over 15 miles per hour sustained, gusts around 30. That should drop pretty quickly to below 15 miles per hour sustained and gusts around 25. So he says manageable windy for most of the game. At the tail end of the game and perhaps after the game, the wind kicks back up. But I think most or all of the game plays before that round of wind ever arrives. Rain is also a concern. It's worse pregame, but it's still likely an issue early in the game. Then we should see some clearing for a good chunk of the game. Then another round could arrive later, just after the game. So basically saying like, okay, I don't think I can. They're saying take away the weather does kind of suck here, but it's not the 50 to 60 mile per hour wind game that some had mentioned earlier in the week. It's just a game with some wind and some rain. So I don't want to completely be like, oh, don't even worry about it. But at the same time, I think it was all probably overblown, as weather usually is.
Definitely overblown. Yeah. And that happens when a tweet like that goes viral or whatever. So, yeah, there's weather. But look, if there's a team that's used to playing in rain, it's the Miami Dolphins, because it rains almost every single day in Miami. And if there's a team that's seen bad weather before, also Cleveland. So, all right. Don't make lineup decisions just based on that. The previous reports. Let's see who else is out. Kyler Murray is out. More Jacoby Brissett this week. Amari DeMarcado also out for the Cardinals. But good news is Marvin Harrison is in. He's going to play from the beginning. And then 49ers, I mean, this in and of itself, they occupy half the list. Every week, Brock Purdy's still out. Ricky Pearsall still out. Juwan Jennings is in, though. And George Kittle is back. I think you pretty much just fire up Kittle if you got him. And then last but not least on the out list is Christian Watson. Thought he might make a comeback. He's not ready just yet, but maybe next week will be the week. But the big news there in the Packers game is right now questionable still. Josh Jacobs, what's your level of concern here?
I mean, questionable, I don't think does it justice. This sounds like a true game time decision. So, and remember, I'm pretty sure the Packers, they play in the later slate, the afternoon slate here. So we're not even going to know. Let me make sure about that. Yeah, they play the later slate. So we're not even going to know if he's active or not until the third quarter of the early games. So, I mean, you got to be like, it's Josh Jacobs. You want to play Josh Jacobs, but even if he plays, how is he? It's obviously the calf, right? I can't imagine it's the illness that's keeping him out. I mean, maybe it's a really bad illness. I don't know. But usually guys play through illness. So I think you got to be worried here. I think the direct replacement is Emmanuel Wilson, but don't expect Emmanuel Wilson to give you Josh Jacobs numbers. I did pick up Emmanuel Wilson in a few draft lane leagues last night where I'm hurting at RB2, and I'm like, I'm going to take a chance on Emmanuel Wilson. It's the Cardinals. I'm not scared of that defense. But yeah, I think if you have Josh Jacobs, if you can, I would probably just sit him, because what are you going to do if it's, the third quarter of the early games and they're like, yeah, he's not playing, because it's not sounding good right now.
And that's a huge blow, and it wasn't a bad matchup either, like you're saying. But exactly, there's only, if you wait till the afternoon, there's only 4 games there. There are 2 Monday night games, but it's like, look at those teams. How many running backs do they have available that you could pick up and replace with? I mean, your best option might be that same game if you could get Bam Knight, but that would be it. All right, so keep an eye on Josh Jacobs. Also, true game time decision looks like Jacoby Myers. I think it's pretty safe to say you could just sit him now.
Yes.
You don't have to wait for that one. Son Haskins is questionable. Just makes him more droppable. And, of course, the big one, I anticipate still very many questions about Mike Evans and Emeka Egbuka. So we do have sort of an update there, I think.
Yeah, an interesting update from Adam Schefter last night. He says Evans is likely to play, and Egbuka, in the words of a source, not sure who the source is, has a real chance to play. So I don't know. I still feel like Egbuka is very, very risky here. I mean, why would they play Egbuka if he's dealing with a hamstring strain? Don't want to make it worse, but even if he plays, is he 100%? Evans, I feel pretty good about. I think if I got Evans, I'm putting him in there. I figure worst case, if I have to, I can pivot to Cameron Johnson. But Egbuka, I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's That's how I'm feeling. Evans, I all along, it seemed like he was on track to play. I think if you got Evans, you put him in your lineup. You have Egbuka. Just a real chance doesn't mean he's really going to play. Like, of course, there's a chance. There's always a chance, but I'm not feeling it. Not going to hold out for that. All right, and then here are the ins. These guys are good to go. They've been declared good. So if you have any of these players, don't worry about the injury thing. And then that's CeeDee Lamb, first and foremost. Pretty glad to have CeeDee Lamb. I'll just say it again. Don't ask about CeeDee Lamb. If you have CeeDee Lamb, you start him. Don't ask. Start him. What else? Marvin Harrison already said is in. Stephon Diggs is clear. He was questionable earlier. Looks like he's good. DeAndre Swift, Darnell Mooney, Zach Ertz is in. So at least somebody Washington has. Alvin Kamara, DJ Moore, and then last but not least, the Panthers. Good news, Jalen Coker is back. Maybe not so great news, Chuba Hubbard is back. So here come the Chuba Rico questions. Did they happen to say today, like before the game start, like, hey guys, here's the actual touch split. We're going to give Rico this many carries and Chuba this many carries. No?
Well, they didn't get that specific, of course, but the report is they're going to alternate series here, and then it could turn into a hot hand approach, kind of like what I said. So I'm guessing Rico gets the first series, Chuba gets the second, etc. And then if one guy's running better than the other, maybe he starts to get more series as the game goes on. But I mean, you can't really feel great about either of them right now. I think the Rico train may be derailing here.
Yeah, that's not encouraging. It's pretty much the worst possible answer there as far as who's going to get what. And you can't even say, oh, well, it's 50-50. Like, it might not be 50-50. So if Rico's running great, if he looks good again, sure, we're going to get more Rico. But, like, how do you know if he only gets one series and then Chuba gets on the field, So, but that's how it goes, fantasy football. All right, we'll see what happens here. We'll answer those tough questions. Of course, this is why you ask, because you're like, what do I do? It depends. We'll help you out. We have a lot of questions piling up, but I cannot start putting your questions on the screen yet because I need to remind you of a couple things. So let's get it out of the way here. If you haven't tried Underdog, I don't know what you're waiting for. This is the time to do it. Honestly, right now is the time, because first of all, if you sign up for the first time as a new customer on Underdog, you get this free pick this week. It's Michael Penix Jr. just getting higher than 0 yards. So that's your gimme pick. You get the free pick, plus you also get up to $1,000 of bonus cash in your account when you sign up using code ENDGAME for the first time. The free pick, bonus cash, and then there's more bonus cash. As of right now, they still have this promo. As soon as you play $5 of the cash that's in your account once you sign up, then you get another extra 100 put in there just for making a pick. All right, so take the free pick, make any pick you want, and then you get $100 just for doing that. Make sure you use code ENDGAME, and make sure you also take advantage of Boostober, especially if you're new, but also existing customers, you get this right now. And in fact, just as we're talking, I got a little pop-up and it said something about a 50% profit boost. So I'm going to try to check that out before the game start. But Boostober still going on, not coincidentally up until the end of the month. So there it is. And then we do have a ton of questions. Also, not just on the stream here, we have them on our app. It's Draft Lane. It is a free download. And also, you can use code ENDGAME to get some free credits there. So I'll show you real quick what that looks like. And we're going to answer at least some of these questions. So here it is. If you go to the settings wheel and you use promo code ENDGAME, and you apply it, you can get 10 free points there, and those points go towards the questions. Got a user here, has a start sit question, use the points. So there you go. Let's see what we can do here. Is there anyone on my bench that I should put in my flex spot? Plan on putting in Vidal over Swift if he's out. Okay, well, that we don't have to worry about because Swift is not out, but maybe you want to start Vidal anyways. Okay, that's pretty good. Swift.
Yep.
Swift Vidal, what's your take on that one? That's close.
It is close. But man, Swift gets the Saints. They said last night that he was in. It wasn't like one of these like they're waiting until the morning.
Right.
I think I'm gonna go. And we still don't have word on Haskins yet, but I think I'm gonna go Swift against the Saints. I like that matchup against the Saints.
Yeah, the injury seems to be a non-factor here. Let's see if he keeps it going, right? See if last week wasn't just a fluke. And then at receiver, obviously, Nico and JJ are staying in. Olave, I mean, you could make a case for Pittman. I don't think Bourne, but do you like Olave as the flex? Keep him in there.
Yeah. I mean, Olave Pittman is very, very close for me now that
with Downs out.
But I think I still go Olave here.
Yeah, Olave, I mean, we know the target share is there, right? There's no question. He's definitely getting targeted. And this week, get the Bears. I think you got to keep Olave in there. All right, so we're good basically, right?
I think we're good.
Okay, so this is where we put the feedback and we explain not just what, but why. Swift has been cleared, so keep him in versus that Saints defense. Everything else is good as is. I don't know what else to say. Good luck.
Yes. Good luck.
All right. And we just got another one. All right. Awesome. Glad to see y'all using the points. Take advantage, right? It's like I say with the Underdog, it's free stuff, right? Free stuff is it's usually good to take while you can get it. All right. So we'll keep going because we do have some super chats piled up here. If during the stream you happen to see Chris staring at his phone and scrolling, it's not because he's checking the Tinder app or anything like that. It's because he's answering questions on Draft Lane. So that is not what you're doing. It's not what you're doing. All right. Let's see what we got first. It's a new member. Oh, wait. This reminds me. Gotta remind everybody before we start, because sometimes we get so busy you forget. So thank you, Krishna Chidi, for becoming a new member. If you are a member, you got the little symbol there by your name. We will answer your questions. If you super chat, guaranteed we answer your questions. We will try to do as many of the other questions as we can, but time, is not always on our side. Before we start, guys, just take a second real quick. Like, subscribe. That's all we ask. If you're watching, if you enjoy, if you get any value out of what we give you, please help us by subscribing. All right. So thank you, Krishna. And then thank you, Don, for always being here. Thank you. Okay. I'm worried about Sam Darnold. We're all worried about Justin Fields. Who do you start this week?
I mean, that's the thing. It's like, yeah, you can be worried about Sam Darnold, but you got to be worried about Justin Fields too. No Garrett Wilson. I know it's a better matchup against the Panthers. We don't have to worry about them getting pressure, but I think I'm just going to go Sam Darnold here. Like, he just feels infinitely more safe.
Agree. There's nothing remotely safe about the Jets offense right now, so you just take what Darnold gives you. I don't expect a good game, but I expect nothing from Fields. Wandale or Bourne?
That's an interesting one, honestly. That's a tough one for me. By the way, for anybody who believes in premonition type dreams, I had a dream that Jalen Coker and Kayshon Boutte each had 3 touchdowns. So take that for what it's worth.
Man.
3. But I'm actually gonna go Bourne here. Even with Kittle back, I'm not too worried. Mac Jones starting, he targets Bourne pretty relentlessly. I know Wandale isn't going to get the Surtain shadow, but that's just a great defense everywhere. And like, this could just be a rough game for the Giants. Like, look, if Jackson Dart and the Giants pull out this win today, hey, okay, here we go. Right, they're for real.
Right.
Let me see it. I'm going to go Bourne.
Yeah, exactly. Wandale is dependent on target volume. He might get it, but there's no guarantee of a big play or a score. Yeah, I think Bourne is fine. Jennings is playing, but come on, he played last week, and what did he
Yeah.
do? I no, honestly, I think he got literally zero. Right? Did he have zero, or did he catch like one pass?
I think he had one catch because I have him
One.
on a team where I started him and got my 1 point.
You're one catch for 7 yards. Yeah. Anyways, let's just go Bourne here. Thank you, as always. It's funny that you mentioned that. I actually was going to say this the other day. I forgot, but the point of it wasn't that it was a premonition so much as this tells you I spend way too much time thinking about football and not enough time sleeping. I had a dream that specifically Travion Henderson, ran for like an 80-yard touchdown, and then it got called back because he stepped out of bounds, like at the line of scrimmage. So
At the line of scrimmage, not even like at the one, like at the line of
no,
scrimmage.
like somehow he bounced it to the outside, like right where the line of scrimmage is, and stepped out of bounds. And so they're like, no, it doesn't count. And then he got the ball and the next play, and then he fumbled. That was my dream.
That actually sounds more probable than my 3 touchdown dream.
Yeah, I don't know why specifically him. I guess we had been talking about him or something. No, this makes sense. Talk about everybody. Selena Ortega got a membership. Thank you, Selena. Appreciate it. We'll answer your questions as well. Alex Sanchez already had it. Bryce Young or Mac Jones?
That's a good one. Let me see who I got. I think I have. Yeah, see, I don't have either of them. I mean, look, I think I'm gonna go Mac Jones here. I mean, he's been pretty good in his starts. Does have Kittle back. Bryce Young, just what's the upside with Bryce Young? Like, what are we looking for here? What's the upside? I'll take Mac Jones.
The upside with Bryce Young, honestly, is if he happens to be coming from behind in garbage time, is where he gets a lot of his points. Don't think that's going to be the case against the Jets. So, and it's on the road. They're much worse on the road. Yeah, I'm not loving Bryce Young this week. Mark Wassman needs to flex either Mooney, Judy, or Booty. Mooney, Judy, Booty.
That sounded funny. Mooney, Judy, or Booty. It's like,
Mooney, Judy, Booty.
did you mean to make it sound so good? I'm
This
just gonna
one's
go
obvious.
Booty. I'm just gonna go Booty, and it's 3 touchdowns here. Let's go. But I mean, really, like Mooney. I mean, look, it sounds like Mooney's gonna play, but do I even care? Not really. Judy. Look, we're worried about the weather for guys like Jalen Waddle. How good can we feel about Judy? And then let's just take a chance on Booty and see if my dream, see if I, maybe the next time I have one of these dreams, I should put a bunch of money on these guys or something.
You should put at least a little bit on one of them, if not both.
I probably should. I probably should make like an underdog pick on them and just anytime touchdown scores. Let's just do it for fun. Why not use one of these profit boosts? Let's do it.
Well, that's what I was gonna say. And actually, I need to check. I can't check right now.
Look, I got a 50%. I got a 50% profit boost.
Yes,
I'm gonna take. Let's just do it. Let's do Booty anytime. Wait, yeah, anytime touchdown, and do. Who else did I say it was? I can't even remember now.
Someone
Coker.
Like
it was Coker. It was Coker.
Oh yeah, Coker. Yeah. All right. Finally, join the Cokeheads. Here we go.
All right. I need one more. I need one more pick though. It's because it makes me do 3 picks.
Well, look, this is the guy you've been talking up.
All right.
Cameron Johnson. You got to go Cameron Johnson.
Okay, let's go Cameron Johnson. Let's see what he's got. I don't know if I want to go touchdown for him. Do I? That seems a little much.
No, I would just go yardage or maybe targets. Well, look, Mike Evans up in the air. Elijah Ledesma is asking Mike Evans. Yes, not guaranteed to play. Feel like he's going to play. So he's asking, who do I flex just in case? Look, if it's my team, I'm keeping Evans in there because if not, you just pivot to Cameron Johnson, right?
Yeah, although I do really like Chris Moore. In fact, that made me think, no, I do not want Kareem Hunt. I'm like, Kareem Hunt, get on there. Although that made me just think I do like Chris Moore this week, although I probably would just pivot to Cameron. I would wait for Mike Evans and pivot to Cameron Johnson because Mike Evans has too much upside. So I'm going to put Chris Moore touchdown. Let's do it. We got a
there you go.
With the 50% profit boost, We'll go 20 bucks to win 1,000.
Wow.
How about that?
Sounds pretty good. Man, I do mine before we get out of here.
All right, there we go. Booty Coker, Chris Moore, anytime touchdowns. Let's do it.
Nice. All right, Brother Pickle. Welcome, Brother Pickle. I know Brother Pickle's been using the Draft Lane app. Saw his question yesterday. Full PPR tight end premium. Rico or wait for Evans or Emmanuel Wilson. But the problem is you got to wait. But Mike Evans plays Monday. What are we doing here? I think in this case, I'll just wait for Mike Evans. Now that we're not so great.
It sounds good. Well, I mean, look.
You could go Rico, but
nah, I'm going to wait for Evans. But here's the thing. You say Otten. Look, if Evans doesn't play and Egbuka doesn't play, is it really that bad to flex Cade Otten?
No.
I don't think so.
That.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Wait for Evans. Pivot to Otten if needed. Jay needs a quarterback 2-2, one flex. So it looks like we got either Caleb or Justin Herbert.
I'm gonna go Caleb this week. I like this matchup against the Saints. Give me QBs against the Saints.
Yeah. Looks like running back Chan Genty. Looks like a receiver. You got JSN and Booty. Oh, you can probably do Evans too. Flex Evans. Wait on. Well, I guess if you wait on Evans, you could flex Shepard, right?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna go Caleb, Chan Genty, JSN, Harrison, Evans at the flex, Bannon at tight end, and then worst case if Evans is out, yeah, you can pivot to Shepard if you have to, but it sounds like Evans is gonna play.
All right. And JCR Melt, what's up? Well, thank you. Congrats on 90K.
Thank you.
Start. We're going to 100K. Help us out, guys. Hit that subscribe button. We want you to be part of it. Need to flex. AJB, Scatterboo, Worthy, Chuba, Vidal, and Mondre.
I'm pretty sure I'm going Worthy here. If it's PPR, does it say?
PPR, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Worthy here. I know with Rice back, everybody just assumes like Worthy's gonna be useless, but I don't think so. I'm gonna go Worthy still.
No, Worthy still definitely the other guys. The Juju and Thornton's. They're gonna take a hit, right? They're not gonna be needed out there as much. But Worthy is still a very good start. All right, Phil the vibe. All right, this is the money league. Not exactly on a roll. Started 3-0 and now lost 3 straight. Any switches here?
CMC, Bill, Keenan, Evans, Goddard, Sutton on the bench, Golden, Walker. Do I go Addison over Keenan? I do worry a little bit. For Addison, because the Eagles defense is getting healthier. Jordan Davis back. Sounds like Jalen Carter's going to play. Sounds like Quinion Mitchell's going to play. Not that Quinion Mitchell's going to shadow Addison, but it just makes the entire defense better. Actually, I'm gonna leave it the way. I think I'm gonna go Keenan over Addison, but put Evans in the flex. That way, if he's ruled out, you can pick up. You have options of who you can replace him with. But other than that, I'm going to leave it how you have it.
Yeah, he's saying who should I drop if Evans doesn't play? I mean, you can drop Darnold because you're not starting him. So that would be fine.
Adams touchdown number 2. Why didn't we put Adams on the booms? Because we've had him on the booms too much?
Because we had him last week and he didn't boom.
That's true. You can't just keep putting him on there. That's right. We had him against the Ravens. Of course, against the Ravens, they don't do anything. And then, of course, overseas against the Jags, they are tearing them up.
You know what's going to happen? Everyone we had last week is going to go off this week. Devontae Adams, Bill, who else?
Yes.
Second half kind of really.
Yeah, start Bill everywhere.
And honestly, they're 21-0. 21-0 in this game. In the second half, I bet you it's going to be Kyron who goes off. But whatever. Trevor Lawrence needs some garbage time production. Here we go. This is Phil's other team, and he changes here. He picked up Hubbard. We'll drop BTJ.
Wow, bench BTJ, which is looking pretty good so far. We'll see how it goes.
Well, it's too late.
Yeah. I mean, he's not really doing much, so it's fine. Charbonnet, Chuba. I don't even know who I prefer between Charbonnet and Chuba, honestly.
Oh, I would go Chuba. I can't put in a guy who's getting 2 yards a carry and touchdown dependent.
I'm fine with that. Let's go Chuba.
I think everything else.
Do I go Bourne over Keenan?
Yeah,
it might be too.
possible.
I mean, it's close. It's close, but I mean, the Chargers get the Colts. Charvarius Ward out for the season. I think I saw out for the season or IR, put on IR with that. He got his second concussion in pregame warmups last week. It's close. Keenan Bourne are close.
He's the one, right? Ward is the one he ran into his own player when he was like warming up on the field.
Yeah. He got his second concussion. Now he's on IR.
Yeah, that's rough. Yeah, I think you can keep Keenan in there. It's okay, but I would definitely go Hubbard over Sharps. All right, let's get to Daniel Hart. Needs a quarterback. Is it Penix, who is the gimme pick for an underdog this week? Is it Mac Jones? Is it Rattler? Is it no? It's not.
It's Mac Jones. It's Mac Jones.
Mac Jones could not put Egbuka on IR. Well, no, he might even play. So who to drop here?
You can drop Tootin. Tootin's playing right now. It's still the Etienne. I mean, look, Etienne is not having a good game because, of course, the Jaguars haven't done anything on offense, and now they're getting blown out. But Tootin, yeah, you can drop Tootin.
Yeah, he's not involved. He's going to basically require an Etienne injury, it looks like. C. Hibbs, pick 1. Chris Moore, Jalen Lane, Malik Washington. Wow. Alec Pierce, Lil Jordan Humphrey. Got to put his name right. It's not Little Jordan. It's Little Jordan.
Right.
Mims, Van Jefferson. Wow. De'Ami Brown. We can't play De'Ami Brown. It's too late.
Yeah, too late for De'Ami Brown. You're probably glad you didn't play. Although it's still early. You never know. It's either Mims or Chris Moore for me. I may be getting irrationally high on Chris Moore. I like Mims too this week. It's a good schematic matchup for Mims. He could have that huge play. So, I mean, maybe just gamble on Mims here, hitting that home run. I mean, look, these are all gambles, right? These are like there's no floors here. There are no floors. So, maybe just gamble on Mims. I mean, Lil Jordan Humphreys against that Broncos secondary, no thank you.
Yeah, I talked about Humphrey on the one video, but yeah, he got like 8 targets. But the thing is, it's the worst matchup possible. So no. Yeah, I thought you would go Chris Moore. I would probably go Moore here just because
Chris Moore's fine. I just know from when I was diving into the matchups, I mean, I didn't like deep dive into Marvin Mims's matchup. But I just happened to notice that against the coverage shells that the Giants play, his yards per hour run is like 6 something.
Wow. Yeah. No, definitely some upside there. Well, here we go, Hibbs. You got two good choices. Let's go back to Phil.
I don't know about good. Okay. I'd call them good choices.
Fair enough.
Good choices.
You have 2 intriguing choices. Phil's other league here. Let's see any changes. And this Evans thing is a setup for all of us. Yeah, very well might be. I still think I take a chance.
What's the setup? Like they're setting up. Ooh, like Todd Bowles, like I'm gonna get all those fantasy players this week.
Yeah, they're gonna make us think he's playing and then like pull the rug.
Yeah.
We got Adams.
I mean, the only one I could consider here is T-Mac, but I don't really like T-Mac this week. I mean, Adams already going off for you, so you're good there. No, I'm going to keep it how you have it.
Yeah, I think you're good. All right, other John. Keep in mind this is non-PPR, Addison or Jennings.
I'm going to go Addison. I don't PPR, non-PPR, half PPR, whatever the format is, I'm going Addison here.
Yeah. Addison. As I mentioned, Jennings last week, 1 catch, per 7 yards. That's why Kendrick Bourne is so valuable. Bert, Sunday Fun Day. Yes. Debo out. So is it Luke or is it Cam Johnson?
I still like Cam Johnson. I mean, look, if Egbuka somehow also plays, then maybe I'm not going to like Cam Johnson as much. But I'm not expecting that. I like the matchup for Johnson. Even last week, Luke McCaffrey, yeah, he had that 33-yard touchdown on a complete busted coverage where they literally didn't cover him. That was his only catch. That was his only target. Like, I don't think Luke McCaffrey suddenly gets more involved. So I'm going to go Cameron Johnson here.
Yeah, and I mean, maybe that's the right term here. It says, is Cam flex goat this week? Maybe he is. Flex goat.
Maybe.
That should be the title of the video. Flex goat.
Maybe that's what I should do.
That'll work. GP, good morning. Let's see. I need to set my wide receiver in flex. You got Diggs and JMO at wide receiver, Kittle at the flex with Ferg at tight end. Picked up Luke McCaffrey.
I don't know if he's going to be
PPR ridiculous.
I don't know. I mean, again, I don't know. Like he wasn't last week. I mean, Debo was pretty limited.
The only the only debate here, I think, is Ferg, right? How much of a hit does Ferg take with CD back, and do you just go with his? He still has a floor, right? Because they're passing so much, and he gets the targets, or do you take a chance on McCaffrey?
I mean, look, if you're feeling Luke McCaffrey, I'm okay with it. Like, I don't think Ferg's gonna have a huge game here,
right?
With CD back. So look, if you're feeling Luke McCaffrey, you think he's going to go PPR ridiculous, go for it. Go for it.
It's because it's the Cowboys defense. And as we mentioned earlier, Trevon Diggs is out. Which means that secondary could just go from bad to worse. Now they got to go with the guy who's not as good as Trevon Diggs. So yeah, I think it's fine. Like I think in PPR, Ferg does have more of a floor. He'll probably get more targets and receptions, but if you ask me who has a better chance to score, I think it's McCaffrey. So yeah, it's fine. All right, and then we got Silicon Valley Athletics. Good morning. Well, not in the Bay Area, and I was gonna say, like, well, Chris, you're not that far, but then you're like, California is really big. I am very far from there.
I'm like 8-hour drive from the Bay Area.
But same state.
But if I'm ever up there, I will definitely check it out. I'm always looking to check out gyms. My wife and I are always looking to check out gyms. So Silicon Valley Athletics. All right, if we're ever up there, we will definitely stop by. Appreciate that.
There you go. All right, and thank you for being here as always, Silicon. Okay, here's the question: needs a receiver, Trey Tucker, Chris Olave, or Luke McCaffrey?
All right, I can't put Chris Olave below these guys. I'm going Olave here.
Yeah. Like, even if you're kind of feeling McCaffrey, Olave is certainly got that very high floor. Oh boy, Emmanuel Wilson or Michael Carter?
Just give me Emmanuel Wilson. I mean, Michael Carter. Like, I think Emmanuel Wilson can give me at least whatever Michael. Look, Emmanuel Wilson, even when Jacobs is healthy, when he gets his opportunities, has actually been pretty good. It's not like he's been terrible. So give me Emmanuel Wilson here.
Yeah, he's in a very good offense and a pretty decent matchup, so why not? Michael Mayer or Mason Taylor?
Mason Taylor.
Yeah, targets. Needs two receivers, Devonta Smith, I think Shaheed, Bourne, or, of course, Luke McCaffrey.
I'm going to go to actually, hold on. I was about to say just blindly say Smith and Shaheed, but do I like Bourne more than those guys, more than Shaheed? I think so. I think I had them both. Let's go Smith and Bourne. I had both Shaheed and Bourne on the flex video, but I think I have to prefer Bourne with Mac Jones in that 49ers offense. Words I did not think I would say in 2025. I prefer Bourne with Mac Jones in the 49ers offense. Did not think I'd be saying that in 2025. Because Kendrick Bourne wasn't even on the 49ers to start 2025.
Now that I think about it, we did like 100 best ball drafts, if not more. Do you think anybody actually drafted Kendrick Bourne in any best ball leagues?
I'm sure some people did because look, he's had moments. Wasn't he? Who did he start the season with? The Patriots?
Yeah, he was with the Patriots, and I think he didn't make the cut.
I don't know. I'm sure there's some team that drafted in like February or March or April that probably has Kendrick Bourne on it. I'm sure.
Well, I don't think it's me. Goddard or Kittle? You go Kittle, right?
Yeah, I'm going Kittle over Goddard. He's healthy. He's good. He should feast this week.
And then needs a running back between Dowdle, Pacheco, Marks. I mean, no, not feeling as great about Dowdle, but is he still the move?
Yeah, I think he's still the move here.
Because the thing is, he's shown that explosive ability. I mean, maybe he doesn't need all the touches. He can still do something, of course, touchdown upside. So, yeah, let's go Dowdle. All right, there we go, Silicon. Now we got Alexis Aguilar, Rico again, Mason or Vidal.
I think here I'm going to go Vidal. Look, if you were on the stream yesterday, I was very close between these two, and I did say Rico, but hearing this report about them splitting series, Haskins still questionable. I think I'm just going to go Vidal now.
Yeah, and also, yeah, like you said, Haskins, who knows? And then it's also Alexis, Waddle in the Hurricane, or Jalen Lane. I think you can keep Waddle.
Just give me Waddle in the Hurricane.
Yeah. Phil, not done yet. 2-4 in this league. 2 receivers, 2 running backs in the flex between those guys.
Wide receivers are going to be Worthy and Evans, and I'm going to flex Rashad White. Oh, we need 2 running backs. Sorry. I'm going to go Rico, Rashad White, and then I'm going to flex Pittman, Keenan. I think I'm going to go Pittman here with Josh Downs out.
Yeah, I think Pittman's due for a pretty good game. What about Paul Venditti? Here's the lineup check. Jones, Warren, Kyron, Amon-Ra, Pickens for Judkins. Bourne's on the Nico's on the bench.
What? Nico on the bench?
Well, okay. What I would have done is put Judkins at RB and maybe not played Warren. It's too late. You already played Warren. Warren had a good game.
Yeah, Warren had a good game, so you're not upset about it. But man, hard to bench. Also, I think I'm going Kraft over. Well, I mean, Ferg, I guess fine. I do really like Kraft this week, though. Man, you got Waddle on the bench too. I mean, I guess based on the fact that you already played Warren. I mean, I like Nico, but I don't think I can bench Judkins this week. So I'm going to keep with what you have.
Yeah, man, that's tough. Tough to bench Nico. I guess it is what it is. Sal, bench Waddle or, in fairness, by the way, these we're still catching up to comments from before we even got on the stream. So these are before we discussed the weather. Not worried about the weather. I'm not benching Waddle for those guys. Are you? Would you?
Not for those guys. No. Look, if you have a good option, sure, but it doesn't sound like the weather is going to be that bad. Yeah, I'm just going to roll with Waddle here.
All right. Yeah. Real quick, Silverwolf said he caught the live on Rewind, saw the rant about trades. We love our rants. Agrees. And basically just saying that he's making fair trades. Everyone's happy. That's how it's supposed to be.
Yes.
Okay, Mo. With McBride at tight end, could you flex Kittle, Mason Taylor, Dowdle, Pacheco, Burden, Dobbs, and then got a quarterback question.
Let's definitely go Baker over Fields. So you need 2 flexes here. Kittle, Taylor, Dowdle, Pacheco. I think I could put Kittle in. I think I would go Kittle, Dowdle here. I mean, Taylor's interesting, but I don't think I could flex Taylor over Dowdle. So let's go Kittle, Dowdle.
Yeah, Kittle, Dowdle sounds good. And then Baker or Fields, it's definitely by far Baker. Alexander's channel. Okay, is this fair? Trade Pickens for Garrett Wilson or Egbuka. definitely fair.
Yeah, I think it's fair. I think I prefer Wilson. I think if I could trade Pickens for Wilson, I'm doing that. Egbuka, I'm a little bit on the fence, with this hamstring with Evans back. But I would do it for Wilson.
Yeah, and I'm glad to see Alexander is like not scared. A lot of people get spooked by an injury if it's just like a week or two, and they're trading away these guys, right? Like, this guy's hurt, get him off my team. You're thinking long term, and that's a good thing. Yeah.
Well, the Jags went for it on 4th down at their own 10-yard line, and T-Law on 4th and 7 ran for 4 yards.
On their own 10-yard line?
Not their own 10-yard line. Sorry, the Rams' 10-yard line. That would be ridiculous.
I was like, what? But they went for it instead of kicking a field goal.
Yeah. Which, I understand they're down 21-0. Their kicker missed a field goal in the last drive, although it was a 50-yarder. So now the Rams have a chance to really, really drive the stake in.
Man, the Jags are getting rolled. All right. At least there's points scored this week. Kyle.
For the Rams.
I think Rams have already outscored both the Broncos Jets from last week combined.
Yes, that's true.
Mason or Wilson, Emmanuel Wilson.
Look, I know it. It sounds crazy to me. I don't know if it sounds crazy to everybody else, but I might just go Emmanuel Wilson here. I'm not feeling good about Jordan Mason. When we filmed, if you watched the start sit video, which I'm sure you did, Kyle, I said Mason's solid. The Eagles defense is banged up, scattered, but it's not banged up anymore. Jordan Davis back. Jalen Carter sounds like he's playing. Zach Bond is playing. Quinion Mitchell, the defense gotten healthy this week, so I think I might just take a chance on Emmanuel Wilson, honestly.
There's nothing wrong with that because even if Jacobs, and you're saying if Jacobs is out, I don't know if you have Jacobs, and if so, if Jacobs plays, you play Jacobs. But if you're just who has more upside here, even if Jacobs does play, he may not be out there as much as usual, right? He might be limited, could re-aggravate it. So Wilson could still have value.
Wow, I'm really surprised here. The Rams had 2 timeouts, and they just ran the ball twice with Kyron and took a knee. They got the ball back with 1:45 to go, and the Jags hadn't stopped them. I'm really surprised Sean McVay did not try to put more points on the board.
Well, you said they were on their own 10-yard line, right? So probably just
but the Jags haven't stopped you. The Jags haven't stopped you. What are you worried about the Jags? I don't know. I'm really surprised there.
Yeah, I think because there was less than 2 minutes, they're up by 3 touchdowns. They're we don't need to score.
Famous last words when you lose the game 24-21 because you know.
Well, I guess they're not too worried.
Look, this is Sean McVay, not name some old head coach who thinks it's the 80s still. This is a modern NFL head coach. I'm surprised he didn't try to put more points on the board there.
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll's old, but he's kind of I feel like he's a little modern at least.
I'm sure there's somebody out there.
All right, here we go. Oh, maybe this is it. Well, here's a weird tweet. Speaking of Pete Carroll, back in 2013 in Seattle, Pete Carroll called off the Dogs early in the 3rd quarter against Gus's Jaguars team, his former coordinator. McVay just did the same to end the first half against Cohen, his former assistant. But this is the first half. There's still a lot of football left. You're only up 3 scores. We'll see.
True. Well, we'll see. We'll see if it comes back. Maybe make this game interesting. David needs 2 between Egbuka, Marks, Travion, Luke McCaffrey, and Emmanuel Wilson.
Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to take a chance with Egbuka. It's just how healthy is he even if he plays? Why play this guy? It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
I'm just going to go McCaffrey and Emmanuel Wilson and hope for the best. Hope for the best here.
Yeah, I think that's fine. I'm like I keep saying, not holding my breath for Egbuka. I am playing Evans. So let's do that. Not holding out a hope for Travion Henderson 80-yard touchdown either. James Parker. Let's see. I think started DK, so now he needs. Let's see, Sutton, Genty, Judkins, Theo. It needs. Oh, is this your lineup? I'm trying to figure out. I guess this is what he has as his lineup, and then needs 2 flexes. Okay, I got it. QJ Bourne, Olave, Dowdle, Hubbard, and if Jacobs is out,
All right, what do we got?
2 flexes out of QJ Bourne, Olave, or Panthers running backs.
It's full PPR. I think I'm gonna go QJ Olave. QJ. No need to worry about the Panthers running back situation here.
And then it says in half, got McCaffrey. I can't figure out the rest.
I think, is that Johnston? That's supposed to be Johnston, Wandale. I don't know who Taj is. If that is Johnston there, because before he put JSTON, here he has JTON. I'll go him. Otherwise, I'd probably just go Wandale. Take a chance.
Yeah. All right, Phil Ciortino, Pittman or Worthy?
This is close. This is actually close with Josh Downs out. But I don't know. I feel I still like the upside Worthy gives me in that Chiefs offense. I think I'm going to go Worthy, but that one is close.
It is close. It's such a great matchup too. They get the Raiders. That defense gives a lot to wide receivers. So yeah, I'm going Worthy too. Mandy Sins, good morning. Picked up Mondre. I know you kind of like Mondre. You talked about him in one of the videos as a flex, but would you put him over Vidal or Swift? I don't think so. I don't think I could do that.
No. I'm not putting him over those guys. No.
Okay, Alexander's channel again. Pick one between Fields, Penix, Mac Jones, Geno Smith, or Bryce Young. Is it Mac Jones here again? It might be.
Yeah, it's Mac Jones.
All right, let's get to Cody. Let's see. Wide receivers are Jefferson and, well, I hope it's not Debo. He is out. On the bench, you got Addison. So basically, you have no choice. Play Addison or drop Shakir for one of those guys. I don't think so.
No, don't drop Shakir. Just play Addison. Addison.
I don't think either of those guys give you necessarily more upside than Addison, and don't want to drop Shakir just for that hope. So, nope, just play Addison. You'll be fine. Ginyu Force traded Dak for Lamar. Yeah, I think I recommended this the other day. I'm taking Lamar. Let's see. Dropped Juwan Johnson for Michael Mayer. Totally fine. No worries there. Needs 2 flexes. Mac Jones. Mac Jones? Is this a super flex? Jordan Mason, Woody Marks, K9, and Ayu Manor.
Well, if it's super flex, I'm going Mac Jones.
Yeah, definitely. And then who's the other one? Mason, Marks, K9, or Ayu Manor?
I'll take a chance on Mason here. I mean, I don't love Mason this week, but I mean, against those guys, I'll take Mason.
Yeah. All right. We're still catching up to super chats, guys. If you did drop a super chat basically in the past hour, we haven't skipped you or ignored you. We're just doing them in order. We have a lot of questions that get lined up before we even go live. And of course, our members too. So hang tight. We're going to catch up. Let's do a quick lightning round, I guess, to get the pace going. Here we go. Wow. All right. This is probably not going to help. Aaron R. Which Panther, Rico or Chuba?
I think you still have to give the edge to Rico.
Yeah, I'm going Rico as well. Roxford, another great dog avatar. Love it. Pacheco or Bam?
Just give me Pacheco. Bam against the Cardinals. No thanks. I'll just take what I get from Pacheco. At least he's in that Chiefs offense.
Chief, speaking of Chief, Chiefs is Pollard or Travion?
Just give me Pollard here. I can't start Travion Henderson right now.
Agree. Pollard's still getting the touches. Then creation, Ertz or Pittman?
Pittman. I mean, I like Ertz is fine as a tight end, but I can't flex him over a guy like Pittman.
No, exactly. Chico, Kamara, Bourne, or Evans?
I'm going to go Evans here. It sounds like he's playing. I mean, look, if you really have no other, if Evans is out, I'm hosed, I'm getting a 0, then I guess I can go Bourne. But assuming you can pivot to somebody else, even like a Cameron Johnson or something, I'm going to wait for Evans.
Yeah, I think Evans is playing. I'm waiting for Evans. And then Antoine, Dobbs or Harrison?
I mean, I don't mind Dobbs, but Harrison's playing. Jacoby looked fine last week. I think I still got to go Harrison over Dobbs.
Right. Look, Jacoby Brissett wasn't bad last week. Not bad at all, actually. Worldwide Gaming, back to the super chats. Flex 2, Kamara, QJ, Shaheed. Who sits?
Well, I think QJ is the one I'm definitely playing. This is like the floor versus ceiling, right? The Kamara gives you a nice safe floor, and I don't mind Kamara this week. I mean, I talked about both of them on that video. Shaheed could have that big game if he hits on that long touchdown, but if he doesn't, you're probably going to wish you hadn't started Shaheed. So I'm probably just going to go QJ Kamara here.
Yeah, Shaheed is a little, I mean, he's definitely riskier. We know that. So I think Kamara is a good enough spot. You take the floor, and I mean, hopefully there's some sort of a ceiling as well. Marco, McCaffrey or Charbonnet, assuming that's Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, if it's Christian McCaffrey, please play him. I'm going to play whatever McCaffrey it is, though. Honestly, what are we getting from Charbonnet these days? Like, he falls in the end zone. Just give me the McCaffrey here.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, for this one too, I think is McCaffrey. O'Shaughnessy. You're big on Cameron Johnson. What about Tez Johnson? Not so much.
Yeah, this doesn't look good. I mean, it doesn't look as good for Tez. I mean, Tez could always hit on that huge play like he did last week. I would just go Luke McCaffrey here. Egbuka is not a guy I'm waiting for. I mean, not only does it sound very iffy he's going to play, but he's not going to be 100%. What if he re-aggravates it? And you know what I mean? What if he only plays like one series and he's like, nah, I can't go anymore, right? Like pulls a T. Higgins. Nah, give me Luke McCaffrey. And for those of you that have been playing fantasy for more than a year or two, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, say no more. I know exactly what you mean. He pulls a T. Higgins.
Like people that started playing fantasy football last year are like, what are you talking about? T. Higgins is great. Like, yeah, you didn't get the T. Higgins experience the years prior to that.
Exactly. Before contract year, T. Higgins. Julio Garcia needs 3 between Tet, Ladd, QJ, Devonta Smith, and Golden.
I'm gonna go Smith, QJ, and I think I'm gonna go. I think I am gonna go Golden over Tet. Honestly, I am not feeling great against Sauce. Tet Golden is close. QJ Smith, Golden are my picks.
QJ Smith, Golden, not Ladd, huh? I'll go Ladd.
Oh wait, I was thinking my bad. Because all these McCaffrey questions, I'm thinking Luke McCaffrey. Because every question's got Luke McCaffrey. Okay, my bad. Ladd, QJ Smith.
Yeah, I did that. I did that last week, right? It's missing McCaffrey and it was McConkey. Like, come on. Yeah, I'm going to go the middle 3. I think the middle 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we've had like a bazillion Luke McCaffrey questions, so.
Oh, I know. Okay, this one I advise Abbey Rock Studios. Why would you drop Mike Evans now he's coming back?
Do not drop Mike Evans. Please no. Please no.
Do not drop Mike Evans. Like, even if you really don't want to start him for some reason, don't let somebody else have him. Alexander's channel with another one. Harrison, JMO. We're going to say no to Egbuka. So Harrison or JMO?
I got to go Harrison here. I mean, Jameson Williams could always randomly have that game like he had last week, but he could also completely disappear. I'm going to go Harrison.
Right. A little riskier there. Harrison should be fine. Should be fine. KJ Herring with a super chat. Thank you. We'll look for your question and we'll put it up. And then, in the meanwhile, I'm back and I'm him. Good day. Debo's out. Egbuka probably out. Have both. Should I start Shepard or?
I mean, there's no one better. I mean, Cameron Johnson is the guy I prefer in that offense. Shepard, even last week with those guys, with Evans out and Egbuka leaving in the second quarter or whatever it was, late in the first quarter, still hardly did anything, hardly ran any routes. I think if I have to pick one from this matchup, I want Cameron Johnson.
Yeah, assuming he's out there, if you have Shepard, you probably could get him. There are other options. I mean, you got some time. You can go check out the previous waiver wire video, the flex video that Chris mentioned earlier. Talks about some sneaky plays if they're available. But yeah, Shepard is not the best choice here. You had Debo. Look, remember, Chris Moore is a guy that Luke McCaffrey, one of those, probably would be better. And then also, should I start Hubbard, even though he's 50-50? Well, it depends who your other choice is.
Yeah, it depends on your other choices.
I don't think, let me just say real quick, also, if I'm back and I'm him, wants to go back and check the videos, RB start sit, like we kind of assumed Chuba might be back, and we called Chuba, I think a flex?
Yeah.
So compare with whoever else you might have on your roster at running back. If there's somebody we talked about that was more than that was a solid pick or maybe a better flex, you could do that. Chuba is startable, but he's not the best choice. Money Mitch, Rico or Walker, and then Chuba or Sharbs.
Are these two separate leagues? Because I'd like to play Rico and Walker, but if I have to pick separately here, I'm going to go Rico and Chuba. Oh man,
yeah,
all in on the Bucks, on the Panthers backfield. I guess that doesn't feel good.
Well, at least you get whatever they're giving. Yeah, I'd go Rico and Chuba. I'm assuming these are two separate ones. Okay, D stands on top. Which Cowboys receiver?
All right, gotta go Lamb.
Let's go Lamb. What's up, Joe? Joe Castles is back in the house. Sutton or McBride at flex?
Sutton. What's up, Joe? Sutton at the flex.
Yeah, I mean, McBride still totally solid with Brissett, but yeah, we like Sutton's upside this week. Definitely a higher ceiling. And Justin O'Grady, always in the house. Good morning. Are you worried about Trent McDuffie shutting down Trey Tucker? Well, we'll see. Started 2-2. Not going so well so far. No, it's not.
I mean, I can't say I'm worried about Trey McDuffie shutting down Trey Tucker because I'm not really playing Trey Tucker in any of my leagues because I don't have Trey Tucker in any of my leagues. So I can't say I'm worried about it. No.
I was trying to find what Tutu Abel has done, but I can't find his name in the box score. That's weird. Why is that?
Yeah.
Look, these are both dart throws. I mean, let's see if he threw the right dart. Second half, Tutu Abel could score an 80-yard touchdown, or he could do nothing. And same thing with Trey Tucker. All right, here's KJ Herring. Okay, was offered Jacobs and Booty for St. Brown and Vidal.
Nah, just give me St. Brown and Vidal. Just give me St. Brown here. Jacobs now dealing with an injury. Not that I don't think it's long-term, but still. Just give me St. Brown and Vidal.
Yeah, I think right now, Booty's going to be always a risky flex with upside. Vidal, I think, has a chance to really get more value here. If he has a good game today, you could probably get more, So I don't know. Give me the St. Brown side as well. DNU Force now, tight end. Michael Mayer, Dalton Schultz, Otten, Okonkwo, or Gadsden.
I do kind of like Schultz, Christian Kirk out. I do kind of like Okonkwo. Not feeling Gadsden with QJ back. Otten, of course. Yeah. No, I'm not banking on Egbuka playing here. I might just go Otten.
Yeah, Mayer is a logical replacement for Bowers, but don't love his matchup this week. Schultz is just kind of like floor. Although I guess Schultz gets slightly more interesting with Christian Kirk out, but not that much more interesting. It's still not a great matchup, so just go Otten. Alex Hernandez needs 2. AJB, Dobbs, I believe it's Luke McCaffrey or Kendrick Bourne.
I'm going to go A.J. Brown and Bourne here.
Yeah, A.J. Brown and Kendrick Bourne it is. I'm back now. So I don't know if this is related to the other question, saying, should I start Harvey?
I don't really want to start R.J. Harvey. I mean, I think the only thing you're hoping for from R.J. Harvey here is like he catches a few passes. Maybe one of them's a touchdown, or they're just destroying the Giants. And in like the fourth quarter, they're like, okay, like let's give R.J. Harvey some run because we're up, big and we don't need to kill Dobbins. That I don't really want to start Harvey.
Yeah, and if it's the same squad like earlier, like, do I start Chuba? Well, if your choice is between Chuba and Harvey, go Chuba. Money Mitch now wants to know, should I drop either Sharps or Algier for Watson, who could play next week?
I don't know if I'm ready to drop these guys for Watson yet. I mean, maybe Algier if you don't have Bijan, but yeah, I don't think so.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Algier doesn't have value unless you're the Bijan owner and you want him as the handcuff. Otherwise, no value here. But do we really need Watson? I would drop only if you need, like, if you could drop a receiver as like your 5th or 6th receiver that you're never going to play. I think I would rather do that. KJ Herring. Again, another manager offered Warren and QJ for St. Brown and Monty. That seems lopsided.
Yeah, I want St. Brown and Monty for sure.
I'm trying to figure out which side. You have St. Brown? Yeah, do not do this. Don't take Warren and QJ for those guys.
Yeah, don't do this. Keep St. Brown.
Well, needs some help. He says he's 1-5. So any suggestions here?
Let's see. I mean, yeah, you got Hampton, Chase Brown, Monty, Vidal, Algier, St. Brown. Like, I mean, look, your wide receivers are getting St. Brown back, right? Lamb back, Rice back, Evans probably back. You're getting healthy. Your wide receivers should help turn it around here for you.
Do need some running back help. I'd say Jalen Warren isn't going to be the massive upgrade you need. He's not even necessarily better than Monty, so you need a much better running back, which you could do.
Right, but I'm not giving up St. Brown for QJ and Warren.
No, if you giving up, go ahead.
I was going to say your wide receivers could carry you this week. St. Brown, Lamb, Rice, Evans. Hopefully you get to play. You can play all of them.
Yeah, I would just say if you're not that you should, but if you're giving up St. Brown, somebody really wants him. Okay, give me Bijan, give me Jonathan Taylor, give me Achan. Sure, you could do that. Okay. Harv Danger, what's up? 2 running backs, 2 receivers in the flex. Would you switch anyone here? White, Bijan, Sutton, Ladd, Dunze. Bench.
You're good. No. You're good. Even though Coker's going to score 3 touchdowns, he's going to have to do it on your bench. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't think I'm going to sit any of those guys for him. Got Nix in. Yeah, Nix is fine. It's not really any great streaming quarterbacks this week, to be honest, unless you can find Caleb Williams or something on the waivers. But yeah, I think you're good. All right, let's do one-man army. JD or Caleb?
I'm still going JD. JD.
Even though he has no receivers?
He's got Chris Moore. He's fine.
Also, words I didn't think I'd hear this year. Yeah, JD's going to run. He ran quite a bit last week already. He's probably going to run even more this week. Like
And
design
it's a Cowboys. He can throw a touchdown to like Debo. He can throw a touchdown to Chris Moore. He can run in a touchdown. Give me JD.
And that's the argument. Look, last week Debo technically played. He didn't do anything, and he was hurt.
Nah.
And JD had a great game. So
right.
Fannin or Kittle?
I'm still going Kittle here. I mean, I like Fannin this week, but I'm not benching Kittle. Like, yeah.
I mean, I could see Fannin being better, but I would start Kittle. Look, again, Pearsall's still out. Jennings is just technically out there. I think they're going to feed Kittle. Ernesto playing Kyron. Okay, got that. Needs one running back and a flex. Vidal, Chuba, Rico, Kamara, Jacobs.
I don't think we could trust Jacobs, honestly, sadly. Remember, he plays later today, so we're not even going to know. I'm just going to go Vidal and probably Rico here. I mean, it's unfortunate having to bench Jacobs, but it is what it is.
Yeah, but exactly. If he misses, then you're kind of screwed, so you don't want to do that. All right, and then Alchemite. Henry or Taylor at tight end?
Taylor. Definitely Taylor.
Yeah. And then start two flexes. Evans, Bourne, Shaheed, Luke McCaffrey.
I'm going to go with the first two.
Yeah, we'll keep Evans locked in there. And then we got Gabriel Sosa in a 2 QB league. I have the worst QBs. Well, Herbert's not the worst. Purdy, that's not the worst. Well, okay,
come
Purdy's
on. I'm in a 14-team Superflex league where our QBs are Michael Penix, Cam Ward, and Dylan Gabriel. I think we have the worst QBs.
It sounds like it. And look, you got guys on waivers in a 2 QB league. That's almost shocking. Gino, Rattler, Gabriel, Wentz, Brissett.
How are these guys even on waivers?
I think the choice is obvious here. It's got to be Rattler.
I guess. I don't know if there's an obvious choice here, but sure. Grab Rattler.
There you go. Finally got you to commit to Rattler for something this year. John Henry. Mason Taylor or Tucker Kraft?
I think I still got to go Tucker Kraft. It's a good matchup for Tucker Kraft this week.
Yeah, I think just still more upside. Like I said, Taylor should get a ton of targets, but chances of scoring are much lower. So let's go Kraft. Chris Moore or Jacoby Myers?
I'm just going to go Chris Moore.
Yeah. Jacoby, we don't even know if he's going to play. Mondre or Sharps?
Ramondre.
Oh, or Bam. I think still Ramondre.
Still Ramondre.
Needs two defenses, but why? Colts, Browns, Texans, or I hope this is for different leagues. Colts, Browns, Texans, Panthers.
I think Browns have to be one.
Panthers get the Jets, but
I know, but they don't do any. I don't know. I might still go the Texans. I know it's Sam Darnold, but like they have a good defense, so I think I'm gonna go Browns Texans here. Although I don't necessarily love the Texans defense this week.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Rodney Woods was able to pick up 2 off the waivers. Said Luke and Ertz. Any changes or swap with Judy? No, I don't want to swap with Judy. Got Chris Moore and
I might go Chris Moore and Cameron Johnson.
Yeah,
personally,
I think that's good. All right, Juice. Should I play Swift over Jacobs? Or wait?
Well, you said you picked up Wilson. I don't know. I might just. But I mean, how good can we feel about Jacobs? Like, he's a game time decision. Like, is he going to be 100%? Is he going to play as many snaps? I don't know. I might just go Swift. Not risk it. Swift gets the Saints. Should be fine.
Yeah. Look, and this is the way to to hedge your bet, if Swift goes off, then you win, right? And if Swift doesn't, then you're like, yeah, my Saints stopped him. Dennis Johnson, Vanden or Kittle? Still got to go Kittle.
Yeah, I go Kittle. Yeah, I got to go Kittle.
And then Tet, Walker, or Vidal at the flex.
I'm actually gonna go Vidal here. I might be too low on Tet this week, but it's sauce. It's sauce. I'm gonna go Vidal.
No, but Vidal is in a good spot. Agree. Walker's the one I'm like, I hate to say he's almost unstartable. I just really would rather not. Nando's World, welcome back. Needs 2 running backs between Brees, Rico, JK. Vidal also has hovered.
I think you got to go Brees and Dobbins. Brees and Dobbins.
Yeah, Dobbins for sure is one of them. You know, the thing with Brees, like, he should get a ton of touches, right? Like, Garrett Wilson is out. They don't want to have to pass the ball if they don't need to. I think they'll get a ton of Brees. Just don't know how effective Brees will be. But I think he's still got the most upside here. JPC 1, 2, 3 receiver and 2 flexes: Pittman, Harrison, Evans, Pacheco. So basically, we're only sitting Pacheco. Sorry.
I'm sitting Pacheco. Yeah.
Jim K got that membership again. Thank you, Jim. Pick 3 here: Sutton, Ladd, Pickens, Nico, Tet, JMO. So we're only starting half and we're sitting half.
You got to start Sutton, Ladd. Oh man.
Yeah.
Actually, I think I'm going to go Sutton. I think I'm going to go Sutton, Pickens, Nico. Sutton, Pickens, Nico. Man.
Yeah, I can definitely ignore the last 2 names here. Sutton, we feel great about. Nico, I'm still starting Nico. I think he's going to do well. So Ladd, Pickens, that's the tough choice. I'll go with Pickens because of the matchup. All right, and then, well, we've answered this. Let's do it. Pack84 says he thinks he knows the answer. Rico or Chuba? We're going Rico.
Yes, Rico.
Benny Black. Well, no. Jacobs isn't out, but he might be out. So I think you kind of already said this earlier, right? Emmanuel Wilson over Jordan Mason.
Yeah, I would do it.
And if yes, would you then flex Mason or Cam Johnson? That's a good question. Let's go Cam Johnson.
I think I still go Mason here. He's still a workhorse there. He gets the touches. Cameron Johnson's still risky.
All right. Stream Rogers. Very nice.
Nice.
That feels good. I mean, it doesn't feel good, but it is good. Corona time. George Kittle or Jake Ferguson at tight end.
I'm going Kittle.
Yep, go Kittle. And then could you flex then Ferg over Olave? I don't think so. Let's flex Olave.
Yeah, Olave.
All right, we have Julie Davidson, 007. Nico or Diggs?
Nico.
Yeah, it's Nico here. And then we got Alexis Aguilar. Made a trade, sold T-Mac, Vidal, and Mason for Judkins and Sutton. Yeah, that's a win. If you're getting Judkins and Sutton, I think that's a win.
Yeah, big win.
Big win. Very nice. We have now Diego SH. Thank you, Diego. Appreciate it. Sing. Oh, because because it looks like based on the money there, it looks like he's in Mexico. He's saying having trouble downloading the app because of the region. So we'll working on it. Which of these 2 wide receivers would you start? Addison, Diggs, Shaheed, Booty, Worthy, Pittman, or anyone that's available in an 8-man league? You might have some good options, but we wouldn't know who they are.
Yeah, I'm just going to go. I mean, look, you have good choices right here. I'm just going to go Worthy and Pittman. I don't mind Diggs this week either, but, with the being a little questionable, let's just go Worthy and Pittman.
Yeah, Worthy and Pittman are totally fine here. Diggs is fine too. Now that he's cleared, he's playing, so you could go Diggs, but a little riskier. Mr. Rivers just checking in. Good morning.
Good morning.
And we got Salvatore Lopez. It's desperation time. Who are we flexing on the Commanders? Is it still Chris Moore over Luke McCaffrey or Jalen Lane?
I'm gonna go Chris Moore, but I mean, come on, like it's anybody's guess here. But I just think Chris Moore gives you a little more upside.
Yeah, got that ceiling. Alex Snodgrass is back. All right, now non-PPR. Yeah, we've been saying for Jacobs, Wilson is the pivot. I don't think we have any updates yet. We'll know if we. Sounds like you said true game time decision, so we might not even know for a couple hours.
Yep.
It's very annoying. Have Dowd, Mason Walker, Achane, Sharps have to drop an RB. Like I think Charbonnet is droppable personally because even if he gets all of a sudden even more carries or Walker gets hurt or something, like what is he doing? Like he's just not doing enough.
Yeah, I'm okay dropping Charbonnet here. I'm not dropping those other guys. So
yeah. Okay, so now we have to start 3. Okay, HN is a must start. I think Sutton is one. I mean, I'd like to say Jacobs, but if not, I guess just go. I don't know. You go Wilson or do you just go Rico?
No, I think I still have to put Rico ahead of Wilson.
All right.
And if we're starting 3, it's going to be Achane Sutton for sure. Well, I mean, if we're starting 3, he says start 3. I'm just going to go Achane Sutton and Dowdle.
Right, and not pivot to like Wilson. Okay,
right.
And then start to Jefferson, Rice, and Sutton. I mean, you got to start. As much as we love Sutton, I think you got to go Jefferson and Rice.
Yeah, Jefferson and Rice.
And then Kittle over Ferg.
Yes.
We have Mike Paps. And he has Lamb, Evans, McConkey, and Odunze. Wow. Should I risk Evans? No, you've got good alternatives. But
I mean, if you don't want to, if you want to play it safer, you could play Odunze and Ladd and bench Evans. I prefer Evans, but if you're like, nah, I just want to play it safe, that's fine. That's fine here.
Yeah, I mean, if your other option is Ladd McConkey, you can just play Ladd McConkey because there is risk. I don't think it's too much risk necessarily that Evans is inactive. Feel like he's going to play, but what if he just doesn't have a great game? It is possible. He's not guaranteed to smash. All right, and Diego did get the membership on here. Thank you, Diego. Appreciate it. And then Dion already had it. Wants to remind everyone, yes, thank you. If you haven't yet, this is a good time. Give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't yet. We're on the way to 100K. We want y'all to be a part of it. Dion is nervous about Sutton again. Understandable. I mean, he did come off a bad game, right? But that's why he's going to smash this week.
Exactly.
Are you considering Harrison or Addison over him?
Nope, I'm not.
Okay. Yeah, we already put that one up. Let's see. How are we doing, by the way, on the draft lane? Do we need to put some questions up, or you've been doing them?
I've been doing them. We got one up there if we want it, if we have time to do it, but I know we are pretty busy here, so if we don't, I can just do it.
Oh, let's just do it real quick since already paused to talk about it. All right. Real quick reminder, because not everybody who's on here now was on at the very beginning. We do have an app called Draft Lane. If you're unaware, it looks like this. We're going to show you because I want to remind everybody, take advantage. Not only is it a free download on the App Store and the Play Store, use code ENDGAME right here in the promo section. You get 10 free points. That means you can ask free questions. So it's just like the stream that we're doing. You can ask on your app. You can ask anytime. And we get to you almost always at least under 24-hour turnaround. I think pretty usually it is. Starts it. Okay, so now also it syncs with Yahoo and Sleeper. So if you have your league on Sleeper, we can do this and check out your roster. This user is debating about, looks like QJ for Pittman, McConkey, Johnston. Let's see what the deal is.
All right.
Got JD, Gibbs, Javante, got Ladd and Tet. Got Pittman here.
Pittman's in the flex, looks like. I don't know what
Okay,
that
so
inactive is, but whatever.
bench, we got Io Manor, we got QJ's down here. Pollard.
I'm going QJ over Tet. I know I might be in the minority here, but I'm definitely nervous for Tet against Sauce. Maybe I'm too low on Tet. I don't know. But I think it's fine. I mean, I don't feel strongly QJ over Tet. So if you want to leave Tet in, I think that's fine too.
No, I think it's fine too with QJ in there. We can keep Pittman in there. This looks like it was the tight end spot, assuming they got somebody else at tight end. But it doesn't say, so I don't want to speculate here. Let's put QJ over Tet and leave Pittman in. Nervous about the matchup versus Sauce. I'll just say, not sure who your tight end is, but Mayer isn't a bad pivot. All right. I'll submit it there. That's how the Draft Lane app works. We are caught up, but we definitely need to catch up on the super chat. So let's get to those. We'll try to do some more regular comments as soon as we get a chance, but let's not keep these users waiting. Again, you want to absolutely guarantee you get your question answered before kickoff, which is in about an hour and a half. That's the way to do it. Aaron Hudson. Running back in the flex. Rico, Walker, Woody, Addison, Ladd, Tet.
All right, running back is going to be Dowdle. Flex is going to be Ladd.
And then starting Dak, Nix, or Jones. It's Dak. Definitely Dak.
Yep, definitely Dak.
Ben Peterson. Flex 1.5. This is tight end premium. So Mason Taylor, Waddle, or Pacheco? It's not Pacheco.
Nah, I'm still going to go Waddle here. I know there's like some weather concerns, but it doesn't sound horrible. Like, do we have an update here? Any update? Like, has it gotten like worse or better?
Probably the same. For those who weren't here at the very top of the show either, we always go over the injuries. First thing, the injury report. We also touch on the weather. We don't go too deep into it, but it's not 50 to 60 mile per hour winds in Cleveland. It's not going to be like a twister. There's going to be some wind and there's going to be some rain. Well, guess what? The game that's going on right now in London, there is some wind and some rain. It's not anything major. It's going to be a little windier in Cleveland, but still. This is not moving me off of the number one target for the Dolphins, who can only give it to Achane or Waddle. I think I'm still playing Waddle just almost as confidently as I was when I put him on the Boom video. Are you confident, Deanna? This is true. I did mention this. It is a revenge game for little Jordan Humphrey.
Hey, I've been playing fantasy football long enough to know that anything can happen.
Yeah. Yep. Let's see. Is this different? This is Diego again. I know he had commented earlier. Which of these two would you start? Addison, Diggs, Shaheed, Booty, Worthy, Pittman. I think we said Worthy and Pittman.
Worthy and Pittman. Yep.
Yeah, the same one. Just want to make sure. Bert, thank you for the reminder. So just joined Underdog finally.
Nice.
Here, look at that. He's got some money going here.
Good luck. Good luck with that one.
Did you take the Coker touchdown?
Yeah, I hope you didn't take those touchdowns that I took. Come on, that's ridiculous.
No,
please. I hope you didn't. I hope you didn't tail that. Hope you didn't tail that slip.
Well, whatever you got going, good luck for sure, guys. I didn't mention it, but again, it's Boosttober. Use your 50% profit boost today. Go ahead and check it out. Make some picks on Underdog. Phil wants to know Waller or Fannin.
Fannin.
Brado blends AJB or Shaheed.
I still got to go AJB here. I mean, I like Shaheed, but I can't put him over AJB.
Agree. Shaheed might have a good game, but I know you want to sit AJB, but he's still doing something. Firefox. Okay, what about Waddle or Lad?
No, here I can just go Lad over Waddle.
Yeah, I think Waddle could have a big game, but Lad after last week and the trend we've seen, Keenan Allen's going down in target share, Lad has gone up. So in this case, I can play it safe with Lad. And then AJ Brown or Tet, I think it's AJB, right?
AJB, and I'm not sure it matters too much for people, but Jacoby Myers officially out.
All right, fire up Trey Tucker. No, don't do that. Kill a Wolf. Oh, very nice. Knicks or Fields? Nervous about Fields? Yes, you should be.
Just go Knicks at home against the Giants. Should be fine.
Yeah, definitely. Is anybody not nervous about Fields after last week? I don't think so. Gabriel wants to know about Pittman or Mason in half PPR.
Give me Pittman. No Josh Downs. Give me Pittman.
Yeah. B-Stool Fanda, I think. Half PPR, Coker, Burden, or Mooney?
Do we go after my Coker touchdown dream? I don't know. How do you even pick one of these guys? Like, really, how do you pick
Mooney? I don't start Mooney.
I don't want to start Mooney. I don't want to start Coker, and I don't really want to start Burden. So now what? Now what do we do? What do you do when you don't want to start any?
Well, you know what? If these are your choices, honestly, can you pick up Chris Moore, Cameron Johnson?
I think out of this group, I'm just gonna go Luther Burden. Hope he gets more involved. I don't know.
I think it's fair to say, let's see what Coker does. They've got him out there. He can get some targets. But I would say if Chris Moore is out there, I think he might be your best choice. I honestly think you can just drop Mooney. Fairbairn or Lutz? This is a kicker question.
I don't even know who Lutz kicks for. The last Saints? That's the last I remember of Will Lutz. He kicked for the Saints. That feels like it was 20 years ago. This guy's still kicking.
It was a couple years ago. Remember, how could you forget? Sean Payton brought him from the Saints to the Broncos. He's a Denver.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I'll go Lutz. All right. Cuckoo Hero needs a flex. Golden, Fannin, Henderson, Luke McCaffrey.
I'm just gonna go Golden here. I mean, Fannon's interesting as a flex in PPR, but I think I still want Golden.
Yeah, let's go Golden. Could have some upside here. Josh Nelson needs a flex. Is that Rich Gannon?
Yeah, who is that? Gannon? Is that supposed to be Fannin?
Probably Fannin. Rich Gannon, man. Most people have no idea who Rich Gannon is. Kamara, Tet, Booty.
I think out of this group, I can still go Tet here, even though I'm nervous about Tet. I don't think I can put those guys over Tet.
No, not Kamara? I think you kind of like Kamara.
I mean, I like Kamara, but okay, this is the problem with these videos. Like, I guess I need to say on these videos, this doesn't mean I think Kamara's a must start. Like,
no,
you got flex options you're debating on. He makes good flex, but Tet I think is more than a flex option.
Okay, yeah. Well, no, I know you're not like all in on Kamara, but I thought you were like, I don't want to start Tet.
Well, I don't, but compared to these guys,
yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, I think it's between Kamara and Tet. Kamara gets you the floor, so I think if you're looking for that, you have good players already locked in. It depends on your matchup. You can go Kamara and be fine. Tet doesn't have a high floor, but that's depending on what you need. Frank, 2 have Pitts. Do I drop him from Ingram or Taylor? Yeah, I would drop him for either one. But which one do you prefer?
Taylor.
And then a flex, Rico or Evans. I'm waiting for Evans.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Evans as well.
Keep Evans in flex or replace Bill or Hall for Rico? No, wouldn't replace those guys for Rico.
No.
Okay, next is Adrian Baca. Good morning, Adrian. Glad you're back. Fannin or Mondre?
Oh man, I think I might just go Fannin here. I mean, he should get in PPR. He should get a bunch of catches.
Yeah, exactly. Madre has a good matchup, but nothing's guaranteed, right? Except that he'll probably fumble it. So go Fannin. Juan Jaime only has Tua. Should I go with one of those guys instead? Oh, there's a Jones. I see a Jones. Don't know which Jones.
Yeah, I would go with either Jones, Mac, or Daniel over Tua.
Yeah, definitely.
And you can just drop Tua. You don't need to hold Tua.
I was going to say, it's not because of the weather.
Yeah.
Should I start Chubb or Bam? Which grinder do you prefer this week?
Oh, man. Both in brutal spots.
Yeah, right. Like worst possible matchups. Because Chubb gets the Seahawks. Seahawks, I believe, number 2 in terms of rushing yards allowed per rush attempt. 2 running backs, like they allow like 3.1 yards per carry. It's not a good spot for Chubb.
Yeah, just take a chance on Bam here, I guess.
Yeah, I mean it's not a good spot for Bam, but at least he's the guy. The DJ BK24. All right, so if Jacobs is out, go with Emmanuel Wilson, or I think that's Chubb, not Chuba, and then or Algier.
I'm just gonna go with Emmanuel Wilson.
Yeah. Now, and since he and the DJ BK24 dropped the super chat, thank you by the way, appreciate that. What if Jacobs is in? Are you just starting him, or would you rather pivot? I mean, probably not to these guys. Are you nervous enough you just go Wilson, or just keep Jacobs? Like if Jacobs plays, I'm playing Jacobs.
Yeah, if it's between Jacobs and Emmanuel Wilson, give me Jacobs.
All right, but definitely get Emmanuel Wilson. Honestly, I don't think you have to hold Chubb. John needs 2 receivers. Lad, DJ Moore, Diggs, or Booty. Well, Diggs is not out, so I think we can say yes to Diggs and no to Booty. And then probably Lad, right? Diggs and Lad?
Yeah, Diggs and Lad.
Getting you forced again. Just saying thank you. All right, well, thank you for saying thank you. I know.
Thank you.
John again. And same question again. All right, no problem. Raul Castellanos, what's up? Should I flex Rico or is that Cam Scattaboo? You gotta go Scattaboo.
Yeah, I think you gotta go Scattaboo.
Yeah. It may not be a great Scattaboo game, but he's getting the touches. Jordan Olson, there we are. What's up, Jordan? Set this lineup. We need a quarterback, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, a tight end, and a flex. Mayor Hurts. Still got to go Hurts.
Yeah, definitely Hurts.
A running back might be tough. Bijan, Genti, Judkins, Rico. We need 2 of those, and we need 2 of those receivers. I wish you could flex more. And then Kraft Goddard, that's actually not easy either.
Let's see. We need 2 running backs. Bijan and Judkins are going to be my running backs. 2 wide receivers are going to be London Odunze. I'm going to flex Pickens. I don't know. This one's pretty easy for me. Kraft Goddard is tough. I think I probably just keep rolling with Goddard. That one's close. Chiefs against I'm going to go. I mean, Chiefs, Packers, both good. I'm going to go Chiefs against Geno, Mr. Turnover Smith.
Yeah, I think the way Geno's been rolling, I think you just go with the Chiefs. Kraft Goddard is the tough one, but I think Goddard is getting the target share here. Now, if Jacobs is out, then that does make Kraft a little more interesting because you figure they'll have to throw the ball a little bit more. But yeah, Goddard's been good. Stiz, wide receiver isn't the best. Okay. Oh, that's not the worst either. Pick 2. Ted Evans, Golden, Diggs. I think wait for Evans here.
Yeah, I'm going to go Evans. I think I'm going to go Diggs over Tet. Yeah, Diggs over Tet. Again, I'm nervous about Tet this week. I'm going to go Evans and Diggs.
Yeah, I'll go Evans and Diggs here too. That's not the worst. Look, getting Evans back definitely helps. Edouard Nolasco, welcome back, Edouard. Start 2, flex 1. More Pittman, Keenan, Dobbins.
Pittman and start 2. I'm going to go Pittman, Keenan, and Dobbins. Whether that's Chris Moore, DJ Moore, I can sit the Moore.
Yeah, can sit them more with these guys. Alex. Pick 3, half PPR, Evans, Scatterboo, Mason, Sutton. Who sits?
I'm sitting Mason here.
Yeah, Mason is the one. All right, let's get to Christian Prout. 1 receiver, 1 flex, Swift, Rico, Pittman, Tet.
One wide receiver is going to be Pittman. I'm going to flex. I think I'm going to flex Swift, honestly. Like, he gets the Saints. He's playing. I'm going to take a chance on that. I'm going to go Pittman and Swift.
Yeah, that sounds good. Pittman is... Yeah, I think Pittman over Tet now, especially with Downs out. So Pittman, Swift. Duke, 14-teamer. Which tight end streamer? Mayer, Theo, Juwan.
Yeah, just give me Mayer. Brock out, Jacoby out. I know it's the Chiefs, but he should get the targets here. Mayer.
Yeah, Theo Johnson clearly tight end or touchdown or bust. He didn't score last week against Denver. Absolutely not. And Juwan Johnson just doesn't exist anymore. Like literally. Mateus, Fabricio in half. Tet, Pacheco, Golden, or Luke McCaffrey.
Just one of these. I still think it's got to be. Actually, I'm going to go Golden. I'm going to go Golden over Tet. I was going to say Tet, but I think I like Golden enough. I'm going to go Golden over Tet this week.
Yeah, like I just said, what if Jacobs is out? I mean, that might be a little boost, slight boost for the Packers, receivers and tight ends, because probably not be able to run the ball quite as much. So that's fine. All right, Julio is in the house. Still don't know about Jacobs, as we just said. So got Pickens, Judkins, and Rico. I think that's fine. Stevenson and T-Mac on the bench. I think that's fine too, right? No switches here. Well, wait, you have to flex. Are we picking between Stevenson and T-Mac? Is that what it is?
Yeah, because it says 1 wide receiver Pickens, 2 running backs Judkins and Rico. Stevenson and T-Mac in the flex. I don't think I can put Stevenson over T-Mac. So even though I do like Stevenson, I'm still going to go T-Mac here.
Yeah, and you're saying you need upside, chance for a big game. It would be T-Mac to make a big play or score touchdowns. All right, Cody wants to know, are you worried enough about Jacobs to start Travion Henderson?
No. Like, can you just pick up Emmanuel Wilson and play him if Jacobs is out?
Yeah, exactly. All right, what about TC? Half PPR, 2 receivers, 2 running backs, 2 flex, starting Addison, Pittman, Gibbs, Genty, Bill, and Monty. Got Evans on the bench.
I'm gonna put Evans in over Monty.
Yeah.
And I think you got to go Fan in at tight end.
There you go. That's exactly what I was thinking. Jared, Vidal or Diggs?
Diggs.
Diggs it is. All right. Then we got... All right. I'll say. Ask Jay with special guest Clowns Watch Us Sleep.
What kind of
It's
name
like
is
that
that?
feature film that we missed or something.
Yeah, what is that? I don't know.
I don't know. All right. So Jay wants to know, he sat out fantasy last year. Could you briefly summarize the Jalen Cope hype and upside? That's a good question.
Well, I mean, this is a fair question. I like Coker. I think he's probably a little overhyped and probably doesn't have the upside people think, but he's a slot wide receiver in that offense. Although we haven't really seen a slot wide receiver do well in that offense since like Hunter Renfrow week 2 or something. So Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Coker Burden, that's close. If you want to drop, it's fine. Yeah, I can't really summarize the Coker hype because I've never been a huge Coke head. Definitely Ferguson over Mason Taylor. I don't know about definitely, but probably Ferguson over Mason Taylor. Still got to take a chance, I think, on Ferg with Dak in that Cowboys offense.
I mean, look, basically the reason he gets like a lot of love is because he's an undrafted guy. He went to Holy Cross, right? He's one of these guys you root for because he, kind of came out of nowhere and he's starting. That's what it is, right? And he's got some preseason hype, which is almost like the kiss of death. So that's what it is. One of these guys you root for because he had zero hype before the NFL. So.
Also, how much? Serious question. How much do you think of it is the fact that his name is Coker and we can say Cokehead?
That might have a little bit to do with it, maybe a little bit.
Like if his name was like Johnson, would we be as excited for him?
No,
I don't know.
No, definitely not. And I think partly also because Panthers fans need something to root for, don't they?
True.
Part of it too. Ferguson over Taylor. That's actually close. I think it would keep Ferguson in there. Country connected. Can't decide. Got HN, Dowdle, Tet, Rice. Needs to pick a flex. Kittle, Vidal, Bourne, JMO. Okay, so we need 2-2 and a flex. And I don't know if you want to switch anything. Got Tet in there. Rico in there.
I think I'm going to go Vidal over Dowdle. I think I'm going to flex Bourne. I mean, I don't know. Can I put Kittle? Do I like Kittle more than Bourne?
I'm gonna say you don't have a tight end or what? Like Kittle's a flex. That's what it comes down to. That same offense, who gets more targets, Bourne or Kittle? I mean, we don't know.
Kittle, I might go Kittle over Bourne.
Yeah, I think so.
Go Vidal over Dowdle and Kittle at the flex.
All right, there it is. Gold Rush. Pittman or Bourne?
Pittman.
Yeah, we can go Pittman here. And then we're going to get to Felix Tav. Juwan Jennings, DJ Moore, or Charbonnet?
Oh, my God. DJ Moore, I guess.
Yeah, Jennings, just not a guy I want to start. Just not. I do want to start Genty. Look, not a great matchup, but Creighton Life. I get Uncle Rico has been great. I get that Genty has a tough matchup. I'm not putting Rico over Genty.
No.
T. Davis, Bourne or Worthy?
Worthy. Even with Rice back, I still like Worthy.
Yeah, I still like Worthy a lot. And then we need 2 of Goddard, Bourne, or Worthy. I don't know if it's the same thing.
Bourne and Worthy.
Yeah. All right. Jack's World. If Evans doesn't play, should you play? Well, which Johnson? This is the question.
I like Cameron.
You did talk about him on that one video, right?
Yes, I talked about both of them, but I talked about the fact that Cameron got way higher targets. He ran one less route than Tez last week in the second half, but he got targeted way more often, and he plays more out of the slot, and the Lions have not been very good against slot wide receivers.
There you go. More specific. I mentioned both of them on the stash video because we didn't know. We still don't know, I guess, really, if Evans and Egbuka are playing. Tez Johnson, again, for those big plays, those deep shots, and Cameron Johnson, probably more targets underneath. So kind of floor ceiling, I guess. But prefer target shares, usually what I chase. Harv. It's funny because I was like, at first I thought it said Crypt Keeper, which would make sense. And then, but it says Crypto. Harv the Crypto Keeper, but then look at his avatar.
Tales of the Crypto. That's funny. It's got the Crypt Keeper with coins.
That is, I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty sweet. You won me over there. Bryce Young or Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
It's Daniel Jones. Yeah, Juice, what's up? By the way, what's our update on the game here? I
It's
don't think I
still
did.
it's still 21-0 coming to the end of the third quarter. It has been a punt fest in the third quarter. Neither team has done anything in the
Wow.
third quarter so far.
And fortunately, Kyron has not done a whole lot, but
No. Kyron not looking good right now.
you figure they're going to run the ball basically all quarter long
Well,
in the fourth
the,
quarter.
the issue isn't that they're not running the ball. They didn't run it a lot in the first half. I think the real issue here is Kyron 9 carries, Blake Corum 6. Like, it hasn't been all Kyron today. I think that's the big issue right now.
And Corum's coming off an injury, but here you go. Fun. Yeah, not fun. All right, let's see. We get caught up to super chats. We got Salvatore Lopez. Love.
Plane issue. What?
What is?
What was the
I didn't
plane
hear
issue?
about-
Like, is he not there?
like he
Okay,
didn't
so
get
the
on the
plane.
plane?
The plane was delayed 5 hours. I think he can get past a plane delay. I'm gonna go with Jordan Love.
Yeah. I didn't know there was a plane issue.
The plane was just delayed 5 hours.
Diego. Now, Knicks or Fields? I feel like we said this before. Go Knicks.
Knicks, yes, Knicks.
Mark C. Johnson. Darnold or Mac Jones?
I might just go Mac Jones. Darnold, tough matchup this week.
Hollywood or Trey Tucker?
Hollywood. I mean, am I supposed to feel this good about Trey Tucker now against the Chiefs? I'll just go Hollywood.
Look, Tucker will get targets. I mean, he's got to get targeted. Bowers is out and Myers is out, but you cannot feel good about the matchup at all. So Tucker's viable, but I think Hollywood definitely has a better matchup and the better offense and the better quarterback and the better everything. So now Diego, Waller or Fannin?
I'm going to go Fannin.
Yeah, I like Fannin as well. Tony, look, I know, yeah, it's a good question. Tony, Cervantes, Fannin, or Kittle?
Kittle.
So we'll go Kittle.
Yeah.
Here's an easy one. V-Lane, 420. Rasheed Rice or Jordan Addison?
Rasheed Rice.
Definitely Rasheed Rice. Who dat? Darius. Fannin or Kelsey?
Fannin.
That one's a little closer, right? Kelsey has been good, and Kelsey is still startable despite Rasheed Rice being back. And Kelsey gets the Raiders. I think Fannin just more upside, yeah?
Yes.
Then we got Cordell Woodard. Woody Marks or Tyler Algier?
Oh, man. Who the Falcons play again? How come I can't remember?
It's 49ers, I think.
Yeah, it's not a great matchup for Algier this week. But Woody Marks. How do you decide? I mean, Woody Marks might catch some passes. I guess give me Woody Marks.
Yes, this is clearly Woody Marks for me.
Clearly Woody Marks.
Well, given the guy like Algier, who knows how many touches he even gets. I mean, he's touchdown or bust. Woody Marks, look, I talked about this in the waiver. He's a sneaky little flex if you need him, which obviously you do. I can go Woody Marks here. Again, Seattle is really tough against the run, but that's bad for Chubb. Woody Marks, they view him as the receiving back, and Seattle has this weirdly specific funnel defense where they stuff the run, but they allow a ton of receptions to running backs and tight ends. So this is good for Woody Marks. Again, schematically, he could catch some passes and do something. Not expecting a big game. Like, don't say like he's going to boom, but I kind of like Woody Marks. In cases like this, I will easily go Woody Marks because of that. Oh, man, this one is a little tough for Sahid B. Odunze or AJB. I like AJB is definitely still startable, but we got Rome Odunze in there. He's still going to be a strong start, even though he didn't have a great game for the first time last week. He could have if he would have scored. So let's go with Odunze. And Niles H got Jordan Love or Justin Fields. kind of what we just said. Jordan Love, don't worry about him. He's fine this week. Let's go Jordan Love. Maybe he does have to pass the ball more if Jacobs is out. Eddie Machuca. Diggs or Devonta Smith? Not scared of Devonta Smith. Vikings do give up points to wide receivers, but I like Diggs better. Diggs isn't that good matchup against the Titans. Let's go Diggs here. And then let's see. Oh man. That's a tough one. We got some tough ones here, guys. Asher Johansson. Bill or Swift? Both have really good matchups. I mean, Swift does get the Saints, and he looked good last week. They finally gave him the ball more, and he was effective. But I think Bill gets the upside. It's the Cowboys, right? Bill or Swift, both have good matchups. Bill.
I like Bill this week.
Yeah, let's go Bill.
We put him on the booms last week, and he did not boom, so he's booming this week now.
Guarantee will boom this week. Not guarantee. Esteban, is it worth having Giddens as your handcuff?
Yeah, if you got room.
He's purely a handcuff. We know that. Like, he doesn't touch the ball unless they're like up big, or hopefully JT doesn't get hurt. Could grab Spears or Burden. Is it worth it, or just keep Giddens?
I mean, Spears kind of a handcuff too, but he's more involved. I mean, I don't know. When you have JT, it's probably best just to hold Giddens.
I mean, you have all these. You have enough bench spots. Again, unless you need to start a guy like Burden, I'd just hold Giddens. It's fine. Don Groipy, Pickens, McCaffrey, or Evans?
No, Pickens.
Yeah, like Evans, but look, if you have Pickens, you don't have to worry about it. It's just go Pickens.
Right.
And speaking of Pickens, Cesar Perez, have a feeling as a Cowboys fan. Harold Fannin, Monty, or Egbuka at the flex?
I'm just going to go Harold Fannin.
Yeah, don't want to risk Egbuka. I just don't, like you said, even if he does play, which don't expect him to play, you can't feel great about him. Fannin should be good. We don't love Monty. Well, you know what? Mark Davis, owner of the Raiders. Monty or Dobbs?
Ooh, I mean, I don't really love Monty this week.
No, but do you love Dobbs?
I think I'm going to go Dobbs. I'm going to go Dobbs. Assuming PPR, but non-PPR, I think I could go Monty then.
Right. Let's go to Jay. What? This can't be what I think it says. Okay, from what I can tell, this looks like it says, I received Justin Jefferson for Scattaboo. It is 0.5 per rush attempt. But still.
Take Jefferson. Well, I mean, look, I will say half per rush attempt. If he gets 15 carries, that's 7.5 points. Just for touching the ball.
Yeah, but does this depend on, like, what are the running backs you have? Is Scattaboo like your RB2, or is he like your third or fourth running back, And then what's your wide receiver situation look like? If you're not starting Scattaboo every week, which in this format, if it's half per rush attempt, hopefully you have good running backs already. I think if he's my RB3 or lower, I think I'm taking Jefferson. Dylan McNamara. Mason Taylor or Tucker Kraft?
I think we've had this one a couple of times. This is really close. I think I'm going to go Tucker Kraft. He's got Jordan Love. He's in the Packers offense. I'm going to go Kraft. It's close.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's hard to say floor with any Jet, especially after last week. Mason Taylor specifically did nothing, but Garrett Wilson's out. It's not as bad a matchup. So kind of like Taylor for floor, Kraft for ceiling. Let's chase the ceiling. And wondering with the flex, do I go Io Manor, Chris Moore, or Sterling Shepard?
I'll just take a chance on Chris Moore.
Yeah, with these choices, go Chris Moore. Edgar Padilla. Diggs over Odunze because of weather?
No.
What was a couple of people now have mentioned the Chicago game, weather there, but this shouldn't be anything crazy either, right?
Yeah, the Chicago game said the rain should be clear before kickoff, but winds are still an issue. Expect sustained winds a bit over 15 miles per hour with wind gusts coming in around 30. We'll see those winds taper off just a hair as the game progresses. It's windy enough to have some impacts on longer throws and field goals, but I don't expect it impacts most plays.
All right. Diggs is not a bad choice here, so I get it, but we still like Odunze. So let me put this one up. I was kind of trying to avoid this because I don't want to have to answer it, but Striker, RCG, good morning and thank you. Agree. Anyone who hasn't you've been watching, you haven't hit the like button, takes a second, go ahead and do it. Like and subscribe. Odunze or Sutton?
I mean, I'm not worried about the weather necessarily, but there is no worries for Sutton here, and he's got a good matchup. Maybe just go Sutton. Although I do prefer Odunze between the two. So if you're not scared of the weather, go Odunze.
This is tough because Odunze's coming off his first down game. Not worried about Odunze. Again, I had just said. I mean, remember that touchdown? He should have scored. He got called back. I feel like Sutton definitely has the higher ceiling this week, but Odunze, I still feel like is kind of safer. So I don't know. I still lean Odunze. This could go either way. P. Chris Moore, Hendo, or Jennings? Who?
I mean, are we really going Chris Moore over Jennings?
I think I am. Yeah, it's a Cowboys.
All right. Let's do it.
I really need an excuse. I don't need a reason to not start Jennings. I really need a compelling reason to want to start Jennings at this point. Joe Estrada. Welcome back, Joe. Chuba or Bill?
Bill.
It's definitely Bill. Oh, wait. He actually meant Rico or Bill?
Still Bill.
Yeah. Then we got Admiral Habibi. Welcome back. What are our opinions on Rice for the rest of the season?
Is he a league winner? Maybe. Is he a big trade piece? He could be. But I like Rashee Rice. Like I'm not trading Rice now that he's back unless I get if I can get something really great for him, sure. But I'm not trading him just to trade him. I mean, league winner is strong, right? League winner is strong. He's got the potential, but let's see. But I like Rice. I think if I have Rice, I'm just feeling good about it right now.
There's nothing to worry about. I mean, yeah, he's been out, but he's fresh. He's not banged up. He should be good to go. Cali Kid. All right. So if Jacobs doesn't play, or maybe even if you just don't want to sweat it, I mean, why not? You got these two choices, but Bill or Rachaad White?
I still have Bill ahead of him, but I mean, Rachaad White probably a little safer. I would not even wait for Jacobs here with these options. So if it's me, I'm going to risk it with Bill, but Rachaad White's a little safer if you just want to play it safer.
Yeah, exactly. With these choices, as I said, I'm not waiting. I just fire up Bill.
Dang, Matthew Stafford, 4 touchdowns today. Did anybody start Terrence Ferguson? No? Okay. Just checking.
Terrence Ferguson. Oh, that is his only catch. Man, of course, you knew this was going to happen. The Matthew Stafford game was actually this week without Puka, not last week against Baltimore. All righty. Whose house? Well, apparently it's Matthew Stafford's house, but Evans or Worthy?
Man, I want to say Evans, but maybe just because of the risk here, it's better just to play Worthy today because I do like Worthy, but I want to play Evans.
Yeah, this might kind of depend on your situation. If you happen to have faced like Jamar Chase, or if you're up big or down big, Evans has more upside. I would prefer Evans, exactly like you're saying, but Worthy is definitely a little safer. Got Bill, Gibbs, Scat, and Adams in. We got Adams. That's nice. But I'm trying to figure out, you got 3 running backs. So you're flexing Scattaboo? Is that what's going on here?
Yeah, I mean, I would be starting Evans over Scattaboo myself. I mean, you got Adams in, that's nice. But again, if you're like, if you don't want to risk it with Evans, I mean, look, Adams already had a big game. You got Worthy. If you don't want to risk it with Evans, I understand.
Right. JD, less lethal. Needs 2. Rico Hubbard, Mason, Kamara, Vidal.
I'm going to go Vidal. I think I still have to go Rico over Kamara here. It's close. Kamara, Rico, close now. Maybe Kamara's okay.
Rico. It's a tough one here with Rico. I think I might just go Kamara, Vidal. Not even sweat the Panthers backfield,
Yeah, I mean, that's fine. That's fine. It's totally fine.
Benny, thank you. I mean, I feel like this is true every week, that the live stream get more action than the Jags offense. That is definitely true this week.
Yes, jeez. My goodness.
Jay Ali, 14 man. Mason Taylor, Trey Tucker, or Marvin Mims?
I'm going to go Mason Taylor here. Mims interesting for potential upside, but I think Taylor a little bit safer.
I'll say all these options are actually kind of good plays for a deep league like this. Trey Tucker going to get targeted, but it's a brutal matchup. Mason Taylor is going to get targeted, and you did mention Mims earlier, that a good matchup for him specifically, right?
Yes.
Mason Taylor kind of has the highest combination, maybe of floor and ceiling.
Yes.
Kilo, 62.77. Needs a flex. Got Monty, DJ Moore, or there's Mason Taylor.
Yeah, I think I'll go Mason Taylor over Monty.
Yeah, because it's actually, again, tough matchup for Monty. It could be a high-scoring game, but Tampa Bay's run defense is pretty legit. So let's go Mason. It's full PPR. Go Mason Taylor. Right. Let's see where we're at. Payne Bliss. Take the chance with Mike Evans. Well, maybe. I also have Addison and Ted. Rest of Tampa receivers are not on waivers, so you cannot pivot to Cameron Johnson.
Can you pivot to Jalen Noel? I mean, I want to take a chance on Evans here over these guys personally, if at all possible.
Yeah, we're not going to get any amazing clarity in the next half hour because they play on Monday. I still feel like Evans is playing for the most part. I just keep saying I'm going to hold out for him, I think, unless you have a much better option. We're like, well, I have to play Ladd McConkey. Okay, then just play Ladd McConkey. But
right,
I would wait for Evans here, especially because you can't just get a Tampa receiver. Luke Steins, Mondre, or JMO?
I mean, look, Jameson can always have that big game, but I do like Ramondre this week. I'm going to go Ramondre.
Yeah, I'm gonna trust your research. You said that Mondre has a good matchup here. What was it again for those? No, you know what? Let's not break it down. You're gonna watch that video. You still have time. Watch the video.
That's right.
Ignacio might be too late. Ignacio Bernal, Woody Marks, or Kenneth Walker?
Kenneth Walker. No, you're not going to talk me into Woody Marks.
No, I know I'm not going to talk you into Woody Marks. Am I going to talk myself into Woody Marks over Kenneth Walker? Rico starting over Jacobs.
Yeah, you probably should just put Rico in right now and not risk it with Jacobs.
Yeah, it's too risky. Marks or Walker. You know what? I'm sticking to my guns. Like you said, no pivot. I'm down on Walker. I'm in on Marks. I'm going to go Woody Marks. Sorry, Ignacio. All right. Saab 92. Trade Tucker or Rico Dowdle in half.
I'm going to go Rico Dowdle.
Yeah, I think especially in half. Let's see what Rico gives you. I mean, he is going to be out there, right? Even if it's only half the time, he'll get touches. What about the Panthers defense or the Dolphins defense?
Yeah, I might just go Dolphins in that weather game against Dylan Gabriel. I know they're not a great defense, but I might just take a chance on the Dolphins here.
Yeah, because it's annoying. These are both, I hate to say, really bad fantasy defenses. Carolina gets the Jets, but Carolina is the lowest sack rate in the entire league. And then the Dolphins, of course, are horrible, especially against the run. But the weather, maybe Dylan Gabriel finally turns it over. Cali Kid, even if Jacobs plays, are you playing him? Oh, I think this is the one we already did. Bill or White? We just go Bill.
Yeah. Or White. Either one.
And then this looks familiar too. Whose house? Was this the same or no? Allen, Waddle, Kamara, Moore? I don't think so.
One wide receiver, one flex. I'm going to go Waddle. It's half PPR. I might go Kamara over Keenan Allen. I'm not loving Keenan Allen this week.
Yeah, I think that's fine. We'll go Kamara. All right, we're still catching up. Let's do a quick lightning round. So we'll try to get some of the non-super chats. Remember, if you definitely want your question answered, super chat, but we'll do some others as well. Brittany. Diggs or Bourne? She says the gut says Bourne. Diggs is clear, though.
Yeah, I like Diggs a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely like Diggs. Alfredo Marquez, Tet or Luke McCaffrey? Are you this worried about Tet?
No, not this worried about Tet. I'm going Tet.
Yeah, same here. Cynthia Ortiz, what about Golden or Pittman?
Pittman.
And then Teja Naraharasetti. Hopefully I nailed that one. Michael Mayer or Kate Otten?
I think I'm going to go Otten. I don't think Egbuka's playing. I mean, if you want to go Mayer, he should be fine. No Jacoby, no Bowers, but it is a tough matchup against the Chiefs.
Yeah, I think I would just fire up Otten here because even if Evans plays, which I think he is, Egbuka probably won't. Godwin definitely won't. You know, he'll still be involved. I think they're going to have to pass the ball a ton. Max, Ane, Golden or Coker?
Golden. Travis Hunter, 34-yard touchdown.
Oh, wow. The Jags actually scored. Amazing. And Travis Hunter's actually, is that his first touchdown?
I think so. And apparently he has not played one snap on defense today.
There you go. Well, they did, you know what? Give Liam Cohen props. He actually said they were going to get him more involved in offense. They actually are. In fact, look, 11 targets for Travis Hunter. What the hell?
Yeah, only 7 for BTJ, 3 catches, 31 yards. Yikes.
So just when like, oh, we can feel better about Travis Hunter, and then you feel worse about BTJ.
Yep.
Give and take. Esteban, I am almost positive we answered this already. Giddens worth a bench spot. Yes.
Yeah, if you got JT, I think so. I mean, it depends here who else you could pick up, of course.
Yeah, well, if he's taking the spot, well, that's a good point, actually. Like, if somebody comes along on waivers, like somebody's like, Derrick Henry's on bye, I'm going to drop him. You pick him up. Like, he's droppable, in other words. You don't have to keep him. But for a guy that you're not ever starting, that's just like a bench upside stash, like a Luther Burden, yeah, you can keep Giddens. It's a 10-teamer, you know? All right, let's now go to Benny Black again. Mason or Golden in full?
I'm going to go Golden here in PPR. Not feeling great about Mason. Eagles defense healthy.
Yeah, and remember, Christian Watson's not back. Josh Jacobs may not play. Could be a good game for Golden. Subscribe equals thrive. That's a good way to put it. Thank you. Admiral Habibi now needs a flex between Chuba, AJB, or Kamara.
I mean, I like Kamara this week, but I think I still got to go AJ Brown here.
Yeah, I think we can sit Chuba. Kamara's fine, but let's go the upside of AJB. Welcome back, Jedi Koth. It's been a minute. In half, are you flexing Olave, Diggs, or possibly Luke McCaffrey?
I'm just going to go Diggs here. He's playing. It's close. I do like Olave too, but thinking half PPR, I'll give a slight edge to Diggs. Maybe I should say Olave. It's close. Olave Diggs close. Very close.
Yeah, I mean, great matchups on both sides, right? Olave gets the Bears, Diggs gets the Titans. More guaranteed target share is Olave, right? He's getting targets every game. Diggs is like whenever McDaniels decides they want to throw it to him. Like, who knows? So I think I'm going to give the edge to Olave here. Just, I know he's not going to wind up giving me nothing. Okay, let's now get to Jack's World. Scatterboo, Wandale, Golden, or Dobbs? Get Giants or Packers?
We're only flexing one. I think it's got to be Scatterboo here. I don't love Scatterboo this week, but I don't think I could flex those guys over him.
No, Golden, Dobbs are both kind of risky upside flexes, right? Need a touchdown or a big play to really pay off. Wandale just can't love this week. Scatterboo will get you points, right? He'll get you points, and he has touchdown upside too. And now back to the DJBK24. Goff or Love?
I mean, Love definitely gets more interesting with Jacobs out now. Maybe they don't run it as much. Maybe they throw it more. But Goff at home against the Bucs, I think I got to take Goff.
We almost put Goff on the Boom video. Almost. He's got to be one of your favorite QB picks this week. At home, Bucs kind of pass funnel defense. They're going to it's probably going to be one of the higher scoring games. Probably should be the highest scoring game of the week, honestly. I just go Goff. Right. Raul Castellanos. Thank you, Raul. So this is a different one from before. Needs 2 running backs, 2 receivers. Got Gibbs, Bill, Mason, Monty. Nico, London, QJ, Sutton, Bourne, and then we need a flex. Thank you. Thank you. Good luck to you for sure.
2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. Gibbs, Bill at running back. I'm going to go Sutton, London, Nico, 2 wide receivers, and a flex. And yes, good luck this week.
Yep, you got a good team here. I think you're ready to go. Billy Shooping, Waddle, Rico, Vidal.
I'm still going to go Waddle here.
Yes, still going Waddle. Still like Waddle quite a bit. I think he'd have a big game. And then this answers this question from Zach Burcham. Is Waddle playable or just go Vidal? No, go Waddle.
Yeah, if it's like Vidal. If you have another good option, sure. But Vidal, no.
No guarantees with Vidal. It's time for Dripping with Joy. 1 flex. What? Genty's a flex? Pickens is a flex?
Yeah, flex Pickens. It's PPR. Genty does have a tough matchup. I'm just going to go Pickens.
Man, your starting lineup must be pretty good if these are your flex options.
Right.
If between those two, I guess go Pickens because of matchup. All right, Mary Jo. Rico or London?
London.
Definitely London this week. Jason Beckler. Waller over Kelsey for upside?
I don't know. I mean, Kelsey's been pretty good lately. I know Rice is back. Maybe that hurts him. I think it's close here for me. I think I probably just go Kelsey, though.
I mean, Waller definitely has upside. Again, the weather is not moving me off of him.
No.
I think the matchup is still just better, right? Matchup is better for Kelsey. Get the Raiders. So this is close, though. This could go either way. Dave needs a flex. Swift, Bill, K9, Sutton, Evans.
Oh, man. Here I probably, if it's PPR, I probably just go Sutton and not take any risk with Evans. Sutton should be great this week.
Yeah. Again, when you have these kind of options, you don't need to worry for Evans. Bill's a good option here, but let's go upside with Sutton. All right, let's see. Next, actually, let's do a couple of these quickies. DP3, Judkins or Rashad White?
Judkins.
Yeah, and then Brig, Walter, Io Manor or AJB?
AJB.
It's AJB. JLE now, Fannin or Mason Taylor at tight end?
I'm going Fannin. He should have a great game. Not worried about the weather, especially for a tight end.
Right. All right. Let's make sure we don't repeat here. Kyle Riley. Not the best. This is super flex at least. Fields or Bryce Young?
Yeah, I'll take a chance on Fields, that rushing against the Panthers. No, I don't love Bryce Young here. I'll go Kittle over Fannin, Judkins over Javonte. Man, Javonte is just going to be on your bench, huh?
Yeah, he is. You got to start Judkins. You got to. And Fannin too. Fannin, great option here. Mark Bone is in the house. What's up, Mark? I know he's on the Draft Lane app using the questions there. So here we go now. Pollard or Mason Taylor in the flex?
Yeah, I mean, I don't love Pollard this week, but can I really I don't think I can put Mason Taylor in over Tony Pollard. I think I'm going to go Tony Pollard here.
I don't know. Yeah, I think I'm still going Pollard. I mean, Mason Taylor could have a big game, but it's not guaranteed, right? It's not guaranteed. I don't know. If you need upside, I think it is Mason Taylor, right? He's going to get targets. Carolina's bad against the tight end. They got no one to throw to. Because you were worried about Pollard, right, this week? The matchup.
Yeah, I definitely don't love Tony Pollard this week.
I'm okay taking a chance on Mason Taylor. Take a chance for the upside. That's what it's about. We need upside.
All right.
Mike Altwheel. Asking, is Emmanuel Wilson worth picking up?
Yeah, I mean, he's worth picking up. Look, I will say the other thing here is, we don't know how serious this Jacobs calf injury is. What if he's out again next week?
Well, that's a good point. Didn't think about that. What if it lingers? What if he gets re-aggravated, right? Then you're going to want to pick up Emmanuel Wilson anyways. All right. Well, yeah, worth picking up in general. And now we have the Gloctopus. All right. DJ Moore or Kyle Pitts.
Look, I don't like DJ Moore this week, but I don't think I can put Kyle Pitts in over DJ Moore. I'm going to go DJ Moore.
Yeah. And look, think about it. Last week, Darnell Mooney was out, right? Darnell Mooney's basically been out all season, barely played. And when he plays, doesn't do anything. Kyle Pitts still didn't do anything, right? So I need to see more. Just go DJ Moore. James Jones, good morning. And you're welcome as always. Full PPR, 3 receivers, a running back, and a flex. Tet, Ladd, Olave, Jennings, Egbuka, Genti, Rashad, or Harvey.
All right, we got to go Ladd, Olave, and Tet at wide receiver. Cannot risk it with Egbuka. I can't do it. Running back is going to be, oh man. Well, I'm gonna play Rashad White and Genti, so it doesn't matter.
Right. Yeah. Remember which game? Well, Rashad White is on Monday, so flex him. So RB is Genti, flex is Rashad White, and those first 3 receivers.
Man, why didn't we put Adams and Stafford on the boom this week? He just threw another touchdown to Devontae Adams. 3 touchdowns for Adams. If you started Adams, congrats.
Well, yeah, I know we should have, but I'm pretty sure we said he was a strong start, like you pretty much starting.
No, we said strong. Yeah, we said strong start for Adams.
Yeah, and look, we didn't know about Puka for sure until a day or 2 ago, so like things change all the time. But yeah, Devontae Adams was pretty much a
What's crazy about Adams? He only has 35 yards, but he's got three touchdowns.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Wow, Matt Stafford 5 touchdowns.
I mean, if you got Kyron Williams, you're like throwing your phone right now because they were at the 1 yard line and they threw a pass up 3 scores. Why didn't they just run it?
That almost kind of seems like trolling, doesn't it? It's like, yeah. Oh man. All right, Stafford, there you are. Let's get to Jedi Koth. Goddard or Ertz?
I think you got to go Goddard here. He's been so good.
I will say, well, first of all, Ertz was questionable earlier in the week. He moved off of it. He's in. Debo and McLaurin out. Ertz is pretty solid. He's interesting, but Goddard still, as we've seen, has a little bit more upside. So I think it's close either way. But Goddard is probably the move. El Escorpion. All right. Start 3, sit 3. This is half. Rashee Rice, Ladd, AJB, Bill, Luke McCaffrey, Trey Tucker.
Wow. I'm going to start Rice. I'm going to start Ladd. I'm going to start Bill.
Yep. In the half PPR, we can go Bill over AJB. HW. Hoping it's Superflex. Maybe not. Actually, you probably have Josh Allen or something. Dart or Wentz?
Jeez. I might just take at least Dart runs. Give me Dart.
Yeah, I don't love it, but I think Dart at least does have that rushing upside. We've seen it. So not a great matchup for him, though. Then we got Kilo. Should I start Burden or Pollard at the flex?
I'm still going to go Pollard here.
Yeah, I know I just said, like, I don't love Pollard and, Mason Taylor, but Mason Taylor is going to get a ton of targets. At least he should. Burden, I don't know. In this case, I'll go Pollard. Okay, and let's see who's next. It is Conscious Dab. Yo. Which of these tantalizing flex options attracts your attention the most? Is it Trey Tucker or is it Luke McCaffrey?
I'll take a chance on Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, I definitely feel better about Tucker's target share, but I definitely feel better about McCaffrey's matchup. He gets the Cowboys in that secondary. So let's go McCaffrey. Tucker gets the Chiefs. All right, now we got Joe Estrada. QJ, or do you hold out for Mike Evans?
If it's me, I hold out for Mike Evans, but I like QJ enough that I think you can just roll him out if you want to play it safe.
Yeah, I mean this. If it's my team, I'm putting Evans in, right? This is what I would do. But I don't know your team, so Joe, this depends also on who would you pivot to if Evans is ruled out. I can imagine you could probably get Cameron Johnson or somebody on waivers. So if it's me, though, again, I'm still feeling optimistic about Evans. I would just put him in. Keel Kraus needs to sit. Okay, this is standard, right? I see standard scoring. Scatterboo, Mason, Vidal.
I'm going to sit Mason.
Yeah, these guys are all pretty much workhorses now, I would say. They all have touchdown upside. I mean, we know Scatterboo's touchdown upside and Vidal's looking good, so I think that's fine. Okay, we're not too far behind, so gonna make sure we get all the super chats done first, and then we'll start going to some other questions. We still got a little bit of time, got about 20 minutes. This is a good time for me also to remind you, if you haven't yet, hit the like button and subscribe. We're on the way to 100K, so help us out. JD Murray. Is Zach Ertz playing today? Yes, he is, but
yes.
Ertz or Taylor?
I'm going to go Taylor.
Some more upside, target share.
Yes.
Let's continue the tight end questions. What about Sticky Green? Booty or Mason Taylor?
Yeah. I don't know. Can I flex Mason Taylor over wide receiver like Booty? Is Booty going to be Booty this week? Like, which Booty are we getting?
Good question. We never know the answer.
I don't know. I mean, Taylor might actually be safer. I think I'm still gonna go Booty here.
Here's yeah, me too. Here's probably easier tight end question. Anthony Aldaka, Tucker Kraft, or Tyler Warren?
Tyler Warren.
Yeah, Tyler Warren is must start at this point. And then let's help out Hatsy. This is a guillotine league, so you know how that goes. Jerry Jeudy or Luke McCaffrey?
Luke McCaffrey.
Yeah, Jeudy is basically unstartable, I would say. All right, now we got... no, actually, I'm glad you asked this. No Land Beyond. No, Jacobs is not 100% out. It's still questionable, but that's the problem. Is this is going to be a game time decision, it looks like. You're going to have to wait, and they play in the afternoon. So what do you do?
Yeah, but the problem is, like, game time decision never makes you feel good, even if he plays. Like, I have Jacobs in a few leagues. I've already benched him. I don't even care. I'm not even taking a chance.
Right. The fact that they don't know yet, that they don't feel good enough to clear him, they're going to wait until game time, that means he's very questionable. And that's exactly the problem. It's like, yeah. All right, Carlos Mejia needs a flex. Mason Taylor, of course. Waddle, Bourne, or Dobbs?
No, I can still go Waddle here.
Yeah, this is definitely Waddle. I like Waddle a lot. Oh, interesting. This is interesting. Juice with the insight, because again, we're not watching the game. You see this. You're like, oh, they were on the 1 yard line. Apparently, Kyron wasn't even in there. It was Corum.
Oh, boy. Is it time to get nervous? Like, bye week next week? What do we see coming out of the bye?
You know, we love Sean McVay for receivers. Don't know if we love him for running backs always. Usually it's been just one guy, but what's going on this year? It's weird.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Nice. And I love the plug. Thank you. Feels sorry for his opponent on DraftLane because he boosted Devontae Adams.
Nice.
That's something you can do. You can't do it on the other apps. You can put a boost, pick a player as a boost to get 50% extra points. All right, Reese Todd. Have not had enough Luke McCaffrey questions. Is Luke McCaffrey worth starting over Addison or Dobbs? I think definitely over Dobbs. What about Addison, though?
I don't think I would start him over either of these guys, honestly.
Did you say you wouldn't start him over either of those guys?
Luke McCaffrey? Nah.
Okay. Maybe Dobbs. I wouldn't start him over Addison. Dobbs, maybe. All right, here's Carlos Mejia again. Needs a flex. Waddle, Laporta, Vidal, or Tucker. It's still Waddle, isn't it?
Yeah, still Waddle.
Yeah.
Not only did Travis Hunter get his first touchdown today, he got his first 100-yard game today. He's at 101 yards, 8 catches.
13 targets.
What's the panic level? Yeah, what's the even Parker Washington? Parker Washington with what, 10 targets, I think? Yeah, yep. 10 targets. What's the panic level on BTJ right now? Like 11 out of 10? 12 out of 10?
It is now through the roof, yeah.
Through the roof.
Well, look, and as it looks right now, they're on the Rams' 14-yard line. And it's 13, but they could score again. Let's see who they go to.
Yep.
2 minutes left, by the way. For those playing along at home, it's 2 minutes left in the early Europe game, and there are 15 minutes left until kickoff of all the other games. So for 15 minutes, we'll try to get all the questions done that we can. But let's continue with the super chats like Sammy. Pittman or Keenan?
I'm going Pittman. No Josh Downs this week. He should be good.
Yeah, I like Pittman here. Okay, good question. Michael wants to know, sell high. I don't know if it's really high, but are you selling Kyron because you're panicked, or?
Well, let's not overreact right now. Let's take a look. Like, I mean, yeah, maybe we want to, but I don't even know if you're selling after this game. It might not even be a sell high anymore. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, now you're selling low almost because people are like, "Hey, what happened?" And he had that Baltimore matchup. He didn't have a big game either. So,
yeah.
Bob, okay. He says that BTJ might be banged up. He's gimping around. Maybe that explains it.
I will say, and I'll talk about this on the panic video, assuming, well, I mean, even if BTJ scores here, probably not going to feel great about it, but he just hasn't looked like himself this year, even like just in any way. Like, he just hasn't looked the same this year. I don't know why.
Yeah, even if this play right here, when they come after the 2-minute break, if he scores, I mean, he's 3 for 31 right now. I mean, he would need a touchdown.
You're still going to be panicked because you got Parker Washington having a nice game. You still got to be worried, even if he gets this garbage time touchdown.
Right. All right, so Bob, let's help Bob out. He's been in the whole stream. I think he's been here since the beginning. 2 running backs, 2 receivers, and a flex. Got Bijan and Jacobs, Dowdle, K9 Odunze, Pickens, AJB Evans, Egbuka. Yes, definitely better than the game. But thank you. I'm glad you're always on here. What do we do here? Is this a team that doesn't wait for Evans?
Well, I'm just gonna go Bijan Dowdle. I'm not gonna risk it with Jacobs later today. Odunze, Pickens. Nah, I still like flexing Evans over AJB.
Yeah. Again, I feel good about Evans. So I think that's fine. All right. And thank you, Don, also has been here since the beginning. That's right, guys. We still have a good time. Don't go anywhere yet. We've got 10, 15 minutes left, but don't forget, hit like and subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. Do it now. It helps us out. Jordan Welsh needs 2. Nico Evans, DJ Moore, Kittle, Mason Taylor.
I want to just play Collins Evans, but is this are all these guys grouped together, or is this 2 separate ones? Because I see a space between DJ Moore, Kittle. So I'm going to assume it's 2 separate ones. I'm going to say Collins Evans, Kittle at tight end.
Yeah, that's a good point. They look like they're all together, but there is a space. There's no comma. So, all right. So let's say Kittle is your tight end and Nico and Evans are your flexes or receivers. I don't know. The first 2. Jose Santana, sup. Booty or McCaffrey?
I think I'm going to take a chance on Booty.
All right. Wow. Going for well, it's fourth down. I assume they'll go for it, but Travis Hunter just got another target for whatever that's worth.
Yep.
14th target. JD Murray needs a flex. These are flexes.
I mean, I'm gonna go Evans here, but if you don't want to risk it, I think Diggs is fine. But I'd prefer Evans.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely have good options. I think Evans is my favorite too, but yeah, I probably just wait for Evans. Honestly, I can't tell if this is something. Okay, I can't see. Peach Daddy. I lost Debo. Do I start Luke McCaffrey, Ramondre, or Chris Moore in the flex?
I'm going Ramondre. I like Ramondre this week.
I saw that from a distance, so I was like, "Is that something I'm allowed to put on YouTube?" It looks like
yeah,
it's
okay. Just him. It looks like it's somebody with their shirt off. I assume him. I don't know.
Just want to make sure there's a guy, not a. Sometimes you never know. This is the time of the stream where we get like the bots.
All right. Well, fourth down, turnover on downs, incomplete pass to Diami Brown. So we can be full-fledged panicked on Brian Thomas Jr. now.
Good.
The wide receiver 3 on his own team.
Just when he thought he was back after last week, Life with Key, Pollard or Michael Carter? It can't be Michael Carter.
No, Pollard.
Yeah. Admiral, Mason or Monty.
I'm just going to go Monty. They're both in tough matchups, but give me Monty in that Lions offense.
JD now, Mason or Vidal.
Vidal.
Scared of Vidal? Why? Why scared of
I mean, I understand being scared of Vidal, but Mason against the healthy Eagles defense in that Vikings, I'm going to go Vidal as well.
Yeah, look, neither is a short thing here, but let's go with Vidal's upside. I love this question. Tony Louie, pick a scrub. Halbert, Harvey Knight, Carter, or Mason Taylor?
Mason Taylor, let's go. It's PPR. I can flex
Taylor
Mason Taylor here.
They're not all scrubs, just a couple. All right, and then we got okay. Let's see here. Miller got the jack-o'-lantern. Mason Taylor or Laporta?
I think you still got to go Laporta. He's been so good.
Yeah, I'm going to go Laporta here. And again, should be a high-scoring game. Detroit at home. You can set Laporta. Don't get too risky. Okay, we got Jaden Kyler. J.K. Dobbins, Rico Dowdle, Quentin Johnson. Who is the flex?
Oh, man. I think I like Dobbins here. I like Dobbins this week. At home against that Giants defense. I'm going to go Dobbins. I don't mind QJ, though, but Dobbins.
Yeah, go Dobbins here. And it doesn't say if it's PPR or not, but Dobbins does have a very good matchup. Anthony dropping in toward the end here. What's up? Diggs or Shepard? It's pretty clearly here.
Yeah, Diggs.
Diggs, I know he's questionable early in the week. He's clear. He's good to go. I feel like even if Evans was out and Egbuka was out, I would still put Diggs over Shepard. All right, we got Jose Santana with another one. Penix or Daniels?
I'm definitely going JD here.
Like we know Terry's out, Debo's out. Still go JD. He gets the Cowboys. Okay, well, now I heard a couple of things. Some people saying that BTJ is dealing with a shoulder injury. Someone else said it's an arm injury of some sort, I guess shoulder, that he left early. So who knows? Maybe he wasn't even out there.
I didn't see anything where he left. Did he leave? Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, wait, yeah.
Well, that explains partially hit the box score.
That's weird. Like, it's weird. Like, he got pressed and then he started holding his arm, but it didn't look like anything.
And remember, he had that wrist thing earlier this year, which doesn't seem to be an issue, but now he's got something else. So either way, you're panicked though.
But that was like late in the game. I'm looking at tweets. These tweets are like 10 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't excuse.
Yeah, like 13 minutes ago, some guy, of course, saying, Brian Thomas Jr. injured from a little touch. NFL is rigged. Yeah, it doesn't excuse the whole game. But look, he has not looked right this year. Maybe he is dealing with injuries.
Yeah, we'll see. All right, Wasteland Cast. Donald Chuba or one of the Moors. Just go with the Moor or go with Rico. Dowdle. I don't know which Moor that would be. I might lean Rico though.
I'm just gonna go Dowdle here.
All right, Anthony. Each other Dynasty? I guess we are. All right, Richard. Needs a wide receiver, Golden Shahid or Luke McCaffrey?
I'm gonna go Golden here. I like Shahid, but I think I like Golden more.
Daddy. Dowdle or Dobbins?
Dobbins.
All right, let's see what else. Tommy V. Whoops. Worthy or Addison?
Worthy.
All right, Kaz was saying it was DJ Moore. So DJ Moore or Dowdle?
Dowdle.
Yeah, I think you still just go Dowdle. Merck needs to Addison Bourne Booty.
I'm gonna go Addison and Bourne.
Yeah, Madison Bourne. Let's see. Perp, Cal, Swift or Scadaboo?
I really do want to say Swift here. But I probably should say Scadaboo for your team, but I really want to say Swift. It's such a tough spot for Scadaboo this week.
Go. Swift.
I don't think anybody even knows what you said.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. Go ahead. 5 minutes left. So, boom.
Sutton the flex here.
Jaleel Clark. White.
Rashad White, definitely Rashad White.
How about Abduram?
Yeah, Pittman. Gonna go Pittman.
All right, Julio now. Wait for Jacobs or go to one of those guys?
If you can play either, I'd probably go T-Mac over Stevenson, but I would not wait for Jacobs. No, you're not toast. You're not toast. You should be fine here. We got 4 minutes to do the super chat here. Golden, Tucker, Mason Taylor got to start 2.5 PPR. I'm gonna go Golden and
what is going on? Okay, we got 2 minutes left, guys. 2 minutes left to get your questions in. So we'll do as many as we can.
I'm gonna go. It's half PPR here. I'm gonna go Golden and Mason Taylor. I think.
The question of the day, and we've just had this question 20 times just in the last 2 minutes. Murray Payne, Bourne or McCaffrey?
I'm gonna go Bourne.
Could go either way. All right, Julian Figueroa, Bourne or McCaffrey?
Bourne again. Same question.
Jose Santana. This needs to be right. Chiefs or Denver defense?
I don't think you can go wrong with either here, but give me the Denver defense with all those sacks. I mean, Chiefs defense should be good too against Geno. I don't even know how you could go wrong here. I don't think there is a wrong answer.
Exactly. Denver defense is, I think, the one that sack crazy. Cardo. Who to flex? Olave, Sutton, Chuba, Pacheco.
If we're just flexing one, it's Sutton.
QB tight end options. There's a lot.
I can go Love over Knicks this week.
Yeah. Love over Knicks and then Taylor at tight end.
Yeah, Taylor at tight end.
I think Ingram is decent, but Taylor's got the upside here. And let's see. We can end on a good one. Andy has Baker or May. Gotta stick with Baker, right?
Yeah, Baker. He's been baking.
Arse Hole, JMO or Io Manor?
I'm going JMO.
What about Bourne or JMO?
I'm gonna go Bourne.
Baytown Jason, White or Williams at RB?
I'm gonna go. This is tough. I'm gonna go Javante.
Yeah, that is close. Jose Rosario, Waller or Ingram?
I think I go Waller. That one's also tough.
Yeah, tough one. Vorador, just jumping in to say good luck. What's up, Vorador?
Yeah, good luck. I sent you a trade offer in the cold league. Come on, let's make it happen. It's just Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco.
Going for the championship in that league. I got a month. I'm like rolling. I got Evans has been out. Terry's been out. And I'm just still rolling teams. Just rolling teams with those guys on my IR.
Which league is this?
The Coles Charity League. And I don't even have Puka this week. It doesn't even matter. I'm going to just roll Danny this week without Puka. I got Puka. I got like Puka, Sun God, Pickens, Terry, Evans, Bijan, Christian McCaffrey. It's like my team is absurd.
How did you get that? I don't know.
Because in the startup draft, everybody went QB crazy, and I just took a bunch of good players, and now I have Matt Stafford as literally my only QB, but it's good enough. I don't even. It's a super flex league. I don't even have a second QB. It doesn't matter. I'm the highest scoring team in the league because my team is so good. Come on, make that trade.
All right, you heard it. Yeah, that's definitely good enough this week, Stafford. All right, guys. And last reminder here, games are starting, so don't forget, if you haven't done it yet, hit the like button before you get out of here. It takes a second. It costs you nothing. Click the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. I want you to be a part of it. We're getting close to 100K. Thank you, everybody, for being on here. We'll see you again very soon. And don't forget, got videos going to drop in less than 24 hours, so turn notifications on so you know not only when we go live, but also when the videos drop. So be ready. All right. Good luck, everyone.